Can you believe it? As long as you're willing to stay home, all sorts of divine powers will come to you naturally. Simply by staying put, your cultivation will effortlessly increase. And our protagonist accidentally transmigrated to such a world where cultivation relies entirely on staying home. Just 3 years ago, this man with a drawing board in hand and headphones on his head was a motivational speaker whose catchphrase was, "I understand, applause for me." He failed miserably. Perhaps because he was too lively and outgoing, the system tossed him into the Chu family, one of the 3 great families of the Qin kingdom. Ranked 13th, the man's name is Chu Xuan. He thought he could finally live a carefree life as a wealthy second-generation heir, enjoying life to the fullest. But just because he scored 0 points in a training exercise, he was expelled from the family on the grounds of misconduct and damaging the family's reputation. Hey, that's not how you play this game. Yet, in this secluded place, Chu Xuan unexpectedly discovered the explosive flame art that had traveled through time with him. At this moment, a dark hand quietly pushed open the blue wooden door. Who is it? Chu Xuan immediately became vigilant. Appearing at the door was a tall figure with white messy hair and a robust physique. A deity. A goddess. Just as Chu Xuan's mind raced, the figure turned around, revealing a gruff yet familiar voice. Oh dear, the wind blew my wig off. 13th young master, help me. It was Uncle Butler. Feeling slightly embarrassed, Uncle Butler asked Chu Xuan to eat first. The family would send more food later. Seeing Chu Xuan's puzzled expression, Uncle Butler finally explained why the master didn't care for him. It turned out that Chu Xuan's father was the 3rd son. In terms of talent, whether in the Chu family or even the entire Qin kingdom, few could surpass him. He was the master's favorite son. Without any unforeseen circumstances, he would have been the next head of the Chu family, but when it came to marriage, he disobeyed the master and privately married a commoner woman, Chu Xuan's mother. As a result, Chu Xuan's father fell out with the master. Shortly after Chu Xuan's birth, his father left the Chu family with his mother, their whereabouts unknown. After hearing the butler's explanation, Chu Xuan swallowed a piece of braised pork with a bittersweet expression. What a bloody cliché plot. Half an hour later, walking out the door, Chu Xuan looked at the desolate courtyard being cleaned, the smallest courtyard of the largest house. What a cliché. He had long since thrown such plots to the back of his mind. Just then, a system notification sounded. Congratulations on staying home for 1 day. Reward. Diamond Body Divine Art. Chu Xuan jolted awake. What? Who's talking? System. Really? For real? The system continued. The reward range is bound to the courtyard. During your stay, the system will upgrade rewards based on cumulative time spent at home. Leaving the reward range will reset the cumulative time. Hearing this, Chu Xuan was overjoyed. There's such a good thing. No need to do missions. Just as he was reveling in his joy, Chu Xuan was awakened by the sun. He vaguely remembered having a strange dream and was about to roll over and go back to sleep when his right hand accidentally touched a book. The title clearly read, Diamond Body Divine Art. Chu Xuan's heart pounded. Who put this here? Seeing no one around, he picked up the book and began to read. Diamond Body Divine Art, the ultimate body refining technique of the mortal realm. Could it be that he wasn't dreaming? Chu Xuan broke out in a cold sweat. In this world, the mortal realm is the foundation of cultivation, divided into 3 stages. Body tempering, meridian opening, and qi gathering. Reaching the peak of the mortal realm and breaking through to the profound realm is necessary for further cultivation. Otherwise, one remains an ordinary mortal for life. Above the profound realm are the spirit realm, void realm, harmony realm, true realm, earth realm, and so on. The more Chu Xuan read, the more interested he became. He had to stay home anyway, so why not read? Focusing his mind, Chu Xuan immersed himself in the meridian opening stage for 3 hours and 20 minutes. That's right. Our protagonist is surprisingly adept because he learned some meridian knowledge during his previous life as a motivational speaker on health. Otherwise, such a profound book would be wasted on him. Inhale, exhale, alternating between yin and yang. After practicing for a whole day, he wasn't tired but felt more energetic. It seemed that in this world, cultivation techniques really worked. Chu Xuan sighed in admiration, but he still needed to rest. Time to replenish energy. Looking at the system's 2nd day reward, a qi gathering pill, Chu Xuan ate it like a snack. The next was the 3rd day reward, a flying sword. Unfortunately, Chu Xuan felt it was a bit small, more suited for cutting vegetables. The 4th day's reward was the dragon subduing divine fist technique. Wow, isn't this the dragon subduing palm from Tai Kai along with snake creeping, golden snake stands alone. In just 4 days, Chu Xuan possessed 1 divine art, 1 divine weapon, and 2 profound techniques. Survival in this world shouldn't be a problem. Just as Chu Xuan was feeling complacent, he heard a girl calling him from outside the courtyard. 13th brother. The voice sounded like Chu Yun. 13th brother, you in there? As she spoke, a young girl in green, carrying a bamboo basket, hurried into the courtyard. You my, it's really you. Isn't someone supposed to deliver food? Why are you here today? Chu Xuan was overjoyed. Since arriving, besides Uncle Butler on the first day, Chu Yun was the second person to visit him. I should have come earlier. Since 13th brother's incident, the family has been in constant turmoil. I only had time to visit you today. Chu Yun took the food out of the bamboo basket. Her eyes slightly red. My little sister is so thoughtful. You're still worried about me. You'll go get you a chair. Chu Xuan immediately went to get a chair. Seeing Chu Xuan wolfing down the food, Chu Yun said that she would ask their grandfather to let Chu Xuan return to the family. But Chu Xuan said there was no need. He liked staying home, not having to look at anyone's face. It was quite comfortable. He's still the same 13th brother, accepting any misfortune with a smile. A true optimist. Chu Yun looked at him with a tender gaze. This young master, without the usual arrogance of wealthy families, was uninhibited and sincere, making her confess, brother, you've stayed home for 5 days. System reward. 1 year of cultivation. Suddenly, a powerful sensation surged through Chu Xuan's body. Amazing. This feeling, my meridians are tingling. Could it be, I've reached the profound realm? Have you ever seen a man more handsome than this? He scored 0 in a training exercise, and was expelled from the family on the grounds of misconduct and damaging the family's reputation. Yet, he accidentally discovered that every day he stayed home, he would receive a reward from the system. Sometimes it was a powerful cultivation technique. Sometimes it was a rare artifact. After 5 days, he actually received a year's worth of cultivation. Just now, when Chu Xuan received the reward, he felt his internal energy surge. He quickly calmed his mind and circulated his energy to stabilize the sudden influx of true qi. This generated a powerful aura, causing surrounding objects to levitate and spin. With a loud shout, stop, the colorless, odorless aura around Chu Xuan instantly turned a terrifying blue. Phew. Letting out a long breath, Chu Xuan collapsed onto the ground, exhausted. But this is the 4th time I've been stuck here. Once I reach this point, I can't increase my qi any further. I must have reached the profound realm. Moreover, Chu Xuan could faintly sense a closed door, getting closer and clearer. All right, no rush, no rush. It's only been a few days. Chu Xuan sighed helplessly. You've stayed home for 6 days. Congratulations on obtaining the bewitching enchantment. Another mental technique. This system sure has variety. If it suits me, the more the merrier. Chu Xuan flipped open the bewitching enchantment and quickly grasped the basic principles and methods. He immediately wanted to practice. Going out to the courtyard, he found it empty. Although he couldn't practice mind control on people, he could try manipulating spiritual energy. Everything has spiritual energy. Although there were no people, there should be plenty of living things nearby. With a thought, the spiritual energy within a 10-meter radius surged towards Chu Xuan. Whether it was flowers, insects, or flying birds, nothing escaped his detection. Suddenly, a pair of monkeys appeared in Chu Xuan's consciousness, hiding in a tree, engaging in intimate activities. Chu Xuan immediately looked away. It seems I shouldn't randomly use this. Seeing such things only hurts myself. 13th young master, dinner is served. Just then, Chu Xuan heard the food delivery person arrive. But today seemed earlier than usual. He looked closely. Something wasn't right. Usually, 2 people came. This time he only sensed 1 person's qi. 13th young master, please enjoy your meal. Seeing the servant standing motionless with a blank expression, Chu Xuan glanced into the bamboo basket. He was shocked by what he saw. In the middle of the steaming white rice, lay countless qi worms, wriggling and squirming. So there's something fishy going on. Don't blame me for using you as my first test subject. This seemingly carefree young master, with a gentle wave of his hand, cast the bewitching enchantment. Armed with supreme cultivation techniques, yet hesitant when confronted by a mere underling, he was indecisive. The man's name is Chu Xuan. Just now, he discovered that the food delivered by the servant contained countless wriggling GU worms. Seeing that the servant refused to reveal who sent him, Chu Xuan had no choice but to use the bewitching enchantment. The servant immediately confessed. It turned out, he was a cultist. By poisoning Chu Xuan with GU worms, he could control him and present him to the cult elder. Chu Xuan broke out in a cold sweat. He had to tell his grandfather immediately, but because of his interruption, the servant was forcibly released from the bewitching enchantment, causing him to enter an unconscious state, commonly known as insanity. Since he's acting crazy, he needs to commit to the role. He bared his teeth and lunged, a Vajra punch aimed straight at Chu Xuan's handsome face. So, Chu Xuan has a golden bell shield protecting him, a Vajra punch won't do much. But, if he wants everyone to think he's trash, things get complicated. One Dragon Horse Zero Fist could end this, but the resulting injuries would reveal his true strength. And if this keeps up, Hong Ba will tire me out, and he'll die a pathetic death. Just as Chu Xuan was in a dilemma, a shout rang out. 13 Young Master is being attacked. Can you believe it? Chu family's 13 Young Master, who treats human lives like ants, is being chased around his own courtyard by a mere food server. Finally, he runs into a wall and collapses. Just moments ago, this man, Chu Xuan, discovered the server had tampered with his food. His system informed him the server used a bewitching technique, revealing him to be a heretic cultist. So, while Chu Xuan could defeat him with one move, he's worried about exposing his secret. As Chu Xuan is chased around the courtyard by the server shouting Heretic King reigns supreme, kill everyone in Nanju, the actual food servers arrive at the courtyard entrance. What? A heretic cultist. 13 Young Master is in danger. They burst through the door, seeing 13 Young Master utterly cornered. Seeing his imminent demise, Chu Xuan commits even harder to his useless Young Master act. The server duo quickly subdue the heretic cultist. Seriously, the entry requirements for this cult that low. Afraid of having to explain things later, Chu Xuan runs towards the wall and dramatically crashes into it. Then he dramatically plays dead. The disappointed looks on the servers' faces show Chu Xuan never disappoints when it comes to disappointing people. Hearing the servers leave, Chu Xuan gets up, unsurprised. This heaven-sent useless persona can't be easily discarded, but just in case. The heretic cultist can't live. A sword formed from condensed spiritual energy pierces the back of the cultist's head. Daily system reward. A box of Xian opening pills. Excellent. These pills aid in breaking through the Xian gate. It seems I'm finally ready to break through. This time, I must succeed. Meanwhile, the two servers report back to the Chu family head, Chu Qianming. Chu Qianming is furious. His third son, Chu Luo, was so promising. How could he have spawned such trash, chased by a single heretic cultist? Pathetic. Have you ever seen such a bizarre martial arts tournament? No lineage or sect restrictions. Anyone working in the Chu residence, from senior guards to junior maids, even the servants can participate. Just now, Chu Xuan single-handedly defeated a heretic cultist. Chu Qianming suspects there are more cultists within the family and decides to hold a tournament. Chu Yun informs Chu Xuan of this. Upon hearing about 13 Young Masters' encounter with the cultist, Chu Yun brings him personally prepared delicacies, expressing his concern, and tells him about their grandfather's planned tournament with amazing prizes. After stuffing his face, Chu Xuan invites Chu Yun to the treasure vault with him. Suddenly, a small box with a large H logo appears in Chu Xuan's hand. Hermes, don't be ridiculous. These are top-grade Xian opening pills left by my father. Look, several boxes. Chu Xuan continues bragging. Oh, third uncle was truly amazing. Chu Yun wants to bury himself. After their awkward farewell, Chu Yun leaves, promising to enjoy the pills. Once has gone. Daily system reward, a box of spirit-nourishing pills. These are for mental cultivation. With the heretic cultist incident over, I should focus on breaking through. Seeing another box of rewards, Chu Xuan is motivated. Elsewhere, Chu Yun, in a split, sends his opponent flying into a tree. Chu Qianming cheers from the stands, impressed by the younger generation's progress. As the next match featuring Hua Jiang against young Master Chu Qing concludes, Hua Jiang insists on using weapons. Young Master Chu Qing refuses, claiming he's going easy on Hua Jiang. Perfect. Hua Jiang thinks. If I cripple Chu Qing, I can return to the Heretic King and claim my reward. Hua Jiang drops the pretense, revealing his true nature. Die, brat. Wielding dual blades, he attacks Chu Qing's head. Heretic energy. Dangerous. Chu Qianming shouts. There are indeed more heretic cultists. Clang, clang. Chu Qing catches both blades, one between two fingers, the other in his palm. May I ask which esteemed sect Hua Jiang represents? Chu Qing opens his eyes, revealing a familiar yet unfamiliar face. With such skill, being just a Hua Jiang seems beneath you. This man has mastered the art of staying home. Because he has a home body system, which not only rewards him with cultivation techniques and spiritual weapons for staying home, but also allows him to cultivate at an incredible pace. This man is Chu Xuan. Just moments ago, the heretic cultist incident alerted Chu Qianming to the presence of heretic cultists within the Chu family. He organized a no-holds-barred tournament to flush them out. Unexpectedly, several heretic cultists disguised themselves as guards to infiltrate the Chu family. In this tournament, one such cultist encountered Chu Qing. In a single exchange, his disguise was blown, and his weapons were effortlessly seized. Hua Jiang is taken away for interrogation. Looking at the captured cultist, Chu Qing remembers his cousin, 13 young master. If it weren't for his warning, everyone living in the ancestral home might have been in danger. He decides to visit Chu Xuan after the tournament. Back home, Chu Xuan finally breaks through to the Xian Gate, a feat he'd been unable to achieve for years. Feeling refreshed, he receives his daily reward. A book titled The Art of Concealment. Perfect timing, he thinks, picking up the book. A technique for hiding one's aura. Just what I need. After practicing the technique, Chu Xuan falls asleep, only to be awakened by Chu Yun. Yuna, why so early? It's not even breakfast time yet. Chu Xuan opens the door, only to hear unexpected news. Thanks to Chu Xuan's gifts, Chu Yun has progressed rapidly and broken through to the Xian realm. According to family rules, he must now leave home to train. Despite his reluctance, Chu Yun must leave. No one to talk to or eat with anymore. Chu Xuan sighs. Another uneventful day. The system rewards him with a rather ordinary splitting thunder finger technique. Thoughts of Chu Yun fill Chu Xuan's mind, making him restless. Unable to sleep, he decides to cultivate. Outside, two figures approach. They must be friends here to chat with Chu Xuan, right? Look, the pills this homebody casually gives away can help others quickly break through to the Xian realm. Yet he himself remains stuck at the Xian Gate, the very entrance to true cultivation. He finally calms down to cultivate, on the verge of a breakthrough, only to be disturbed by these two unknowns. The duo barges into the courtyard, exchanging blows. Who are they showing off to in the middle of the night? Chu Xuan senses their presence but can't identify them. He continues his breakthrough attempt. Being interrupted could cripple his cultivation forever. Seeing no one greet them, the duo acts as if they own the place. One sets up a barrier, while the other goes inside, finding Chu Xuan's room lit with rapidly circulating energy, but no movement. He assumes Chu Xuan is attempting a breakthrough. Wait, he thinks. Isn't this the useless young master? How is he at the Xian Gate? Just then, the other, impatient, decides to test Chu Xuan with his unique dart. His partner stops him, wanting to capture Chu Xuan alive. In 1 minute, they'll regret this decision. Back inside, silence. Why didn't you attack? He succeeded. Even more terrifying, there's no energy signature at all. The leader is terrified. The impatient one scoffs. Playing tricks. He'll expose you. He kicks down the door and shouts, useless Chu Xuan. We're here. Come out and greet us. Boom. Lightning flashes. Remember the saying. Never bring equipment to a fight against someone with plot armor. Equipment attracts lightning. His partner collapses on the ground. Dai Mao hurried to the couple's small shop and asked who was behind the door. Show yourself if you have the guts. Asking who I am. I'm the owner of this courtyard. You're the ones trespassing late at night. Explain yourselves. A figure in white emerged from the darkness behind the door. In the end, he uttered a sentence that Dai Mao would never forget. This young man, the epitome of low-key power. His spirit had already reached the profound realm. Yet in the eyes of outsiders, he was still a good for nothing. Finally having a chance to show off his skills, he now worried about how to deal with the mess of blood and flesh that would soon fill the courtyard. He had just mastered the splitting thunder finger and, striking while the iron was hot, broken through to the profound gate. He hadn't had a chance to practice yet, and these two idiots came knocking. They would regret this encounter. The trash-talking duo became speechless. Dai Mao, sensing danger, turned to flee. Chu Xuan wouldn't miss this opportunity for a good harvest. With a simple gathering bell technique, he reunited the two, but then the trouble began. The thrill of the fight was over, but the cleanup was a nightmare. How to deal with the bloody mess in the courtyard? He couldn't let his aunt clean it up tomorrow. Burying it himself wasn't an option either, as he still had things to do here. At this moment, a delicate fragrance wafted through the air, activating a seedling. The devouring flower, with a spiritual power of the first level. He quickly planted it in a corner of the courtyard. A green, flower-like creature sprouted from the ground. Before anyone could react, it began devouring the remains. Flesh and blood vanished quickly. In no time, the courtyard was spotless, as if no fight had ever taken place. So brutal, yet so clean. Chu Xuan, speechless with shock, couldn't decide whether to be terrified or delighted. He was just glad the flower recognized him. Finally, he fed it 2 freshly harvested pills. It seemed that the recent martial arts tournament had severely weakened the hidden forces within the Chu family, driving them to desperate measures. More outbursts were likely to come. Fortunately, he had broken through to the profound gate at the last minute. But the danger was approaching faster than his cultivation was improving. He needed to cultivate even faster. With a flick of his finger, he plucked a single petal. The system rewarded him with a single drop of pure spiritual oil. Perhaps his protective equipment would benefit from it, but more importantly, his inner landscape had appeared. Have you seen how the elders of the Chu family, one of the 3 great families of the Qin kingdom, drink their tea? He deserved it. Chu Xuan had just discovered his inner landscape. While he was still marveling at its vastness, the system rewarded him with a defensive cultivation technique, like mountain, like tree, spiritual defense as vast as mountains and rivers, perfect for improving his inner landscape cultivation. Could the system be using AI? Every arrangement was perfectly timed, as if it knew his cultivation level better than he did. This like mountain, like tree technique, even by Earth standards, was an excellent defensive skill, perfect for defending against the cult's retaliation. Patriarch. Patriarch. A message has arrived from down the mountain. The scene shifted to the Chu family's main hall, where a panicked servant reported, "What? Steward Chu has already?" Chu Qianming's face was filled with disbelief. The servant continued, "Many Chu family disciples have been injured. The list of names is still being compiled. Damn that cult. This cannot stand." Chu Qianming roared furiously. "This time, the Chu family will take the lead. We will unite the three great families of the Qin kingdom to crush them." Back at the Chu Academy, a sweet voice called out, "13th brother." Chu Xuan jumped up, ready to embrace his beloved. "Yuna, you're back so soon." "Yes, I missed you, third brother, so I came back early." Chu Yun appeared, holding a cup of tea. "Drink this. I can right now, I have something to tell you." Chu Xuan wanted to share his news, not drink tea. "It'll get cold." "Drink it now." Chu Yun forced the scalding tea onto Chu Xuan's face. "Ouch." Chu Xuan yelled. "Huh? It was just a dream. Yuna came to see me in my dream. They say dreams are only you and me, so we can do whatever we want." He trailed off. "Wait, that wasn't tea, was it? Red? What's that thing?" "Dad, it senses your desire to clean. Its spiritual power is equivalent to the first level of the heavenly spirit cat. I suggest you let it help." "Easy for you to say. Aren't you afraid it'll be scared to death?" Chu Xuan, whose soul hadn't fully stabilized, was uneasy. "It only peed on your face the first day. It won't do it again. It'll wake me up every day. I just need to train it." Chu Xuan frowned at the strange creature. "Look, this creature, the size of a fist, in less than 2 days, has become a small puddle. This is the inside of your cultivation. You think that's big? In this infinitely expanding protective space, it's just a drop in the ocean." Chu Xuan was exploring his vast inner world. "Whoa, what's that? A UFO? Or a meteor?" A white object caught his attention. He realized it wasn't a UFO, but something from the real world entering his inner landscape. And the culprit was the heavenly spirit cat, playfully nudging him. "Karma's a bitch," he muttered. "Who's a bitch?" "I'm the 13th young master. I won't be bullied by a cat." Chu Xuan grabbed the cat by the scruff of its neck. "For the time, don't think you can do whatever you want just because. You're cute and cuddly. Don't bother me when I'm cultivating." The cat pointed a paw behind Chu Xuan. He turned to see a vast expanse. "Oh, right, sorry. My bad. Ha ha." Chu Xuan awkwardly reached out to pet the cat. "Just an apology. Let you off that easily. Here's a spirit gathering pill." With food in hand, the cat calmed down, content to be pampered. Chu Xuan sighed. "With food, it doesn't even look at me. And they say it's my companion beast. It's clearly my nemesis." Knock, knock, knock. A knock echoed. "Who is it?" "My people never knock. I told them to just leave the food." Chu Xuan muttered. 13th brother. A voice called out before the visitor appeared. Surely an assassin wouldn't announce themselves like this. "Fine, anyone who knocks must be friendly." Coming, a figure in light blue robes appeared. 13th brother, Xu Ju greets you. "It's been a while, big brother." Chu Xuan couldn't believe his eyes. He remembered asking Yuna to tell his brother he'd visit soon. "Come in, big brother, have some tea." He ushered Xu Ju inside. "I should have visited you sooner. If it weren't for you uncovering the cult's plot, the entire Chu family would be in grave danger. You've saved us all." Xu Ju praised him profusely. Chu Xuan blushed. "It was nothing, big brother. You're too kind." Xu Ju explained he was there to invite Chu Xuan down the mountain to join the other great families in confronting the cult. The more Chu Xuan heard, the more excited he became. This was a chance to prove himself and possibly avoid his exile. "But my cultivation isn't high enough to leave the mountain yet," Chu Xuan said reluctantly. "That's no problem. If you want to go, you'll ask grandfather. He'll even vouch for you." Xu Ju assured him. "I appreciate your offer, big brother, but I'd rather wait until I'm strong enough to go down the mountain and truly prove myself." Chu Xuan declared. Xu Ju was deeply moved. "I underestimated you, 13th brother. You have such noble aspirations. I feel ashamed for resorting to tricks to help you. They bid each other farewell. Phew, that's done. Mission accomplished. No drama. Chu Xuan sighed in relief as he closed the door. On his way back, Xu Zhu was still pondering Chu Xuan's words, realizing his own shortcomings. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the shadows, observing him. It's Xu Zhu. No wonder those two brats never returned. He must be helping them. After I deal with that waste inside, we'll take care of you. Have you ever met a man so arrogant he calls himself the world's best tracker? This man, Lu Qiong, specialized in tracking and assassination. He boasted that no one could detect him. Having just reached the third level of the spirit realm, he was already a vice leader in the cult. He watched Xu Zhu depart. He leaped from the tree, his legs stiff from crouching. He stumbled upon landing, but quickly regained his composure, grateful no one had seen. He began to savor his upcoming mission. The target might be a weakling, but he was still Chu Tianming's son. His death would surely pain the old man. Besides, if Chu Qiulu were still alive and returned to find his son dead because of Chu Tianming's banishment, he would surely turn against the family. He could even manipulate Chu Qiulu into betraying the Chu family. Perfect. He thought. After resting a while, he leaped over the wall and landed silently in the courtyard. He found his target hiding behind a pillar, seemingly lost in thought. He scoffed. His own third level of the spirit realm wasn't much, certainly not worthy of a vice leader. But his tracking skills were unmatched. Even a fifth-level cultivator couldn't detect him. That's how he earned his position. He truly believed no one in the three realms could detect him. Little did he know, a certain cat was observing him intently. What's this idiot doing? Making so much noise. Does he want to wake me? Lu Qiong was again. He shouldn't have used foresight steps. This courtyard seemed to have no guards whatsoever. Heh, let's get down to business then. He muttered. Record reinforcement, chi formation. A glowing chain, the ghost god lock, materialized. It flew silently through the door cracks into the courtyard. A scream echoed from within. Someone's in trouble. What monster is that? Lu Qiong, waiting outside, rushed in. As expected, it was that good-for-nothing Chu Xuan. Tears streamed down his face, bound tightly by the ghost god lock, collapsing heavily onto the ground. Don't move, you waste of space. How could you possibly escape the capture of my earthly Kunlun net? Lu Qiong sneered. Easy pickings. Lu Qiong, who was just in the prison, had noticed Chu Xuan's shrinking figure and worried he might use the shrinkage art to escape. Then, a huge boom followed by billowing white smoke. Chu Xuan was nowhere to be seen. Lu Qiong gritted his teeth in frustration. This isn't scientific. Lu Qiong's expression froze, then twisted in disbelief. He couldn't have vaporized from sheer terror, could he? A spirit venerable rank. Haven't mastered that technique, how could this trash? Before he could finish his thought, a white flash, even faster than Chu Xuan's earlier escape, zipped towards him. He didn't even have a second to react before BAM. Lu Qiong, now slumped in the corner, had countless red scratches on his face and a mouthful of dirt. He mumbled incoherently. The sky spirit cat, meanwhile, sat nearby, contentedly licking its paws. Hearing no further commotion outside, Chu Xuan cautiously opened the door, beads of cold sweat on his forehead. Good job, kitty. You're so fast. Those little paws pack a punch. He inwardly sighed. Can't blame this guy for looking so pathetic. If those paws ever landed on me, I'd probably be just as helpless. The sky spirit cat pretended not to hear, acting like any ordinary pet. But what should I do with this guy? Chu Xuan pondered. Neither releasing him nor handing him over to the Chu family benefits me, right, Shilinghua? Time to work. Shilinghua, starved for days, instantly materialized, opening its massive maw, eagerly anticipating a meal. Target locked. The process will be graphic. Results omitted. A short while later, Shilinghua burped contentedly beside Chu Xuan. Now, let's see what kind of wicked schemes are brewing in this fella's head. Why are these cultists always after me? Shilinghua is a ruin-devouring beast, a genuine treasure. Once summoned, it instantly devours the target's memories, then regurgitates the digested information. Truly a creature more terrifying than any bone-gnawing demon. It is Chu Xuan's ultimate house guardian. And Chu Xuan, this homebody, is 40 years old. He was currently processing the memories Shilinghua had just consumed from vice leader Du Yunsheng, the one who poisoned his food. Also, the two stylish goons who broke into his house the other night to release poison gas. The last memory was of the bewildered leader. Wondering why his subordinates hadn't returned, he decided to investigate personally. Chu Xuan was speechless. This fearsome cult was surprisingly incompetent. Even the leader only sent low-level thugs like Du Yunsheng. He sighed. Last time it was poison, this time it was poison gas. How unimaginative. Returning to his room, Chu Xuan closed his eyes. His mindscape appeared. The land within was expanding, its edges irregular, probably due to his recent training. However, it was still mostly empty. Did this mean his cultivation potential was still vast? Regardless, he could clearly sense his mental strength increasing. Looking at the soul-binding needle in his hand and the Foresight Steps manual on the table, both recently acquired techniques, Chu Xuan pondered. He couldn't test the soul-binding needle yet. Foresight Steps, an Earth Realm technique, held great promise. If he could reach the Earth Realm soon, he wouldn't fear any cultists. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and great heights are reached by striving upwards. He resolved to train harder. In a distant cave, several Ji-Ming cultists huddled together, anxiously discussing Vice Leader Zhu Yansheng's disappearance. Some speculated he was captured and killed by the Chu family. Another argued there was no sign of a struggle at the Chu residence. Could he have betrayed us? Impossible. Who would join our cult only to betray us? Besides, betrayal never ends well. A white-bearded man spoke up, realizing that Lu Qiong was biding his time, waiting for the perfect opportunity to unleash the poison gas on the Chu family. A scarred-faced man, ignoring the white-beard's insightful analysis, simply declared, "We should inform the king. Let him send reinforcements." A voluptuous woman nearby scoffed, "The Chu family is nothing. Why bother the king? Hell think we're incompetent. The king will never take us seriously again." Finally, the cult leader, perched on a throne, spoke. "Inform Lu Qiong to stop waiting and act immediately. Also, Chu Qianming's son, Chu Qing, is leading the operation against our cult. That old fox Chu Qianming wants to use us as a stepping stone. You'll show him what we're made of. Find Chu Qing's location. I will personally end him." The three subordinates scurried off. However, they had no idea where Lu Qiong was, and this time, it's acting alone, with no connecting wires. "I can only use this disposable messenger. It's one way. I can confirm the message is sent, but I can't receive a reply immediately. And Yu Xiong, message received, miss. Please act immediately. Dinner is almost ready here." The food server exclaimed about today's feast, asking if there was something to celebrate. It turns out Chu Qing led the clan down the mountain. The joint operation to assist the He family was a great success. The old master is very happy today and is hosting a celebratory feast. Big sister, isn't it a bit fast? This man, despite his exceptional skills, willingly becomes a homebody in the eyes of others, all because he has a homebody system. As long as he stays home, all sorts of cultivation resources and artifacts come to him effortlessly. The man's name is Chu Xuan. He overheard the food server excitedly mentioning the Chu clan's successful joint operation with other clans to eradicate the heretics, but he had a nagging feeling that something wasn't right. How could it be so fast? Back in the familiar cave, Da Song, still having received no reply, felt a lump in his throat. Vice Leader Lu Qiong should have received the message already. Dao Ba worried about bone knife. That's good, at least it means he made the right decision. Da Piao Liang beside him also had some concerns. But until now, there hasn't been any fighting reported from the Chu clan. The boss, Wu Lian, stepped forward to summarize. Forget it, no need to worry about Lu Qiong. This joint operation of our clans dealt a heavy blow to the heretics. We lost one stronghold and 4 Void Extreme Elders. He reached out and stroked the Time Shadow Beast beside him. Half of those losses are thanks to the Chu clan. It seems their strength shouldn't be underestimated. For now, we should hold off on targeting them. But report the Chu clan's actions to the heretic king immediately and let him deal with them. We can shift our focus to other clans. 3 days later, it was Foodie Chu Xian's mealtime. What? The He family was attacked by the heretics. Chu Xian quickly stuffed his mouth with meat. The servant continued describing the details. The He family's ancestral grounds were attacked with poison gas and fire. Not only were hundreds killed and injured, but 1/3 of the family's land was scorched, and the spiritual fields were destroyed. Chu Xian chewed on the meat, thinking, 3 days ago, they were still celebrating victory. This heretic retaliation came awfully fast. Meanwhile, a messenger rushed to report to the Chu clan, "Master, the experts who were away have returned, but the heretics are already on their way here." Chu Qianming, the Chu clan leader, smiled coldly. "Good. Remember, strengthen patrols and defenses. Our Chu clan must not suffer the same fate as the He family." The messenger continued, "Defenses within the clan have been increased by locations. Patrol frequency has been doubled." Chu Qianming, finally relieved, asked about his eldest grandson, Chu Qing. Where is he now? The young master distinguished himself in the joint operation and pursued the heretics to the Bohuai county of the Li clan. He's still there. there shouldn't be any accidents. After all, several of our clan's Void Extreme elders are with him. Chu Qianming finally relaxed, but the Chu clan spearheaded the attack against the heretics. Why didn't they come after us first, instead targeting the He family? Nonsense. Forget about it. Have you ever heard of heretics having a conscience? Chu Qianming was worried. Could it be that the heretics are secretly targeting Chu Xuan? On the other hand, Chu Xuan was worried if his own family would be attacked. Don't worry, young master. Most of the experts have returned. It won't be easy for the heretics to launch a sneak attack. Besides, our harvest from the joint operation was significant. Between those killed, captured, and those who escaped, we crippled of their forces. The heretics' foundation in Qingbo is shaken. The confident voice echoed throughout the courtyard. Indeed. Big Brother is truly impressive. It seems no one will disturb us, infiltrate us anymore. Chu Xian's cheerful voice echoed throughout the courtyard. Quickly correcting his slip of the tongue, it seems we can take a break for now. 6 months passed in a flash. Remember Tian Mai Miao? He's called Xiao Hei now. Do you think he's practicing shadow body technique? Nope. He just failed miserably at catching a bird and got stuck. 40th time. Xiao Hei stared angrily at Miao, his sworn nemesis. Clearly, I let you go on purpose. Don't be upset, Xiao Hei. Even though I haven't opened my eyes, I've reached Void Extreme in these past 6 months. I can sense everything within 100 miles. So, stop lying to me. Chu Xuan, with his eyes still closed, smiled, about to do a cool pose. But then he saw something he shouldn't have. Through the main gate, past the chicken coop, and through a grove of trees, 2 sausages entered his field of vision. Oh, my dear Wei Ruo, if love is a poison, you are my antidote. Without you, my life would be meaningless. A young rogue was flirting outrageously, causing the woman to exclaim, "You're so bad. I was a solitary iceberg, but you melted me." Sausage Man, emboldened, continued his cheesy lines. "I was a wandering soul, but you gave me direction." What followed were some indescribable scenes, censored by the scenery. Damn, they expired sausages. The lines are so cheesy, it makes me sick. Last time it was monkeys, now this is even more disgusting. Just kill me. Look at this lonely couple. The 2 were preparing for a passionate encounter in a deserted tower on barren mountains. Unbeknownst to them, a voyeur named Chu Xuan was observing their every move from afar, with a godlike perspective. His targets were his 7 older brothers. Bella's chosen location for their intimate moment wasn't a random selection, but rather a result of her cultivating the bewitching tree technique she'd acquired through staying home. However, her skills weren't yet perfected, and the 7th brother, Ming, knowing Chu Xuan was there, dared to flaunt his affair right under his nose. This was unbearable for Chu Xuan. Gathering his energy at his fingertips, he launched a pebble toward the frolicking couple. Whoa there! Ming exclaimed, nearly losing his balance. Bella, lost in the moment, mistook it for a playful gesture from her lover. Oh my, she purred excitedly. After looking around and finding nothing amiss, and wanting to avoid ruining the mood, Ming quickly explained, "Hey, did you just feel the sting of love?" He then pouted, clearly engrossed in the moment. Bella, without a second thought, closed her eyes, ready for another round. At that moment, nothing else mattered. Ignoring his previous words of caution, Bella urged Ming on. Now, using someone else's body as his weapon, Chu Xuan felt invincible. The passionate scene continued, seemingly unaffected by Chu Xuan's interruption. "Come on, let our hearts beat as one. Don't let this sinister plot stop us." Ming cried out. Chu Xuan, still watching from afar, finally snapped. "It's you who forced me to do this." He unleashed a powerful punch, creating waves of energy that rippled outwards. The 7 brothers were caught off guard by the sudden surge of energy. "My chrysanthemum!" One shrieked. "Help! A ghost? It must be a cultist. We've been betrayed by the Black Moon Tower." Ming yelled as he ran back. With the coast clear, Chu Xuan gave a mocking farewell gesture in Ming's direction. "Hey, Sana." He sat back, feeling like he'd lost half his life, and decided to take a nap. Xiao Hei, his black cat, jumped down from a tree. "Good hit, master." That cultist's cries were heart-wrenching, tear-jerking even, it purred sarcastically. "Whose side are you on, Xiao Hei?" "I'm the one who suffered mental trauma here, you know," Chu Xuan grumbled. "But that Black Moon Tower he mentioned. I've read about them. They are quite powerful." Why would he mention them? For half a year, Chu Xuan hadn't left his courtyard. His days were filled with reading, playing with his cat, or sleeping soundly. His cultivation, however, had progressed remarkably, reaching the Void Realm. His breakthrough happened just moments ago, as he merged his spirit with the void. Having taught Ming a lesson, Chu Xuan felt more confident in his ability to protect himself in this world of romance. Thanks to his diverse skills honed during his seclusion, even the dangers of the void realm seemed manageable. After all, he cultivated the earth scripture. Ding. His reward for half a year of dedication had arrived. The heaven rank saber scripture, Earth Sect Extreme Guide. Its rank even surpassed the earth scripture. Whether I understand it or not, I'll leave it to the system to comprehend. At least I won't be bored at night anymore, he thought. Soon, it was time for his daily report. He learned that the evil cult, having suffered heavy losses, had gone underground and caused considerable trouble for the Chu family. Just half a month ago, a void realm elder of the Chu family was ambushed and killed. The ambush was orchestrated after the cult paid a hefty price to the Black Moon Tower for information on the elder's movements. Black Moon Tower again. Are they some sort of information broker? Chu Xuan wondered. Why would they betray us? Don't you know, young master? A servant asked. The Black Moon Tower is the most mysterious marketplace in the southern state. For the right price, you can buy any information, commission any task, purchase any goods. Even if the Chu family knew it was the Black Moon Tower who leaked the elder's information, they wouldn't dare retaliate. The Black Moon Tower is too powerful, too enigmatic. Besides, the Chu family also relies on them for resources, like buying information on rival families. The price the evil cult paid must have been exorbitant. The Chu family also wanted to buy information on the cult, but the price was too high, not worth the cost. Otherwise, they'd have wiped them out long ago. It seems the Black Moon Tower intentionally inflates prices to maintain a balance of power. If one side gains complete victory, their profits would dry up, Chu Xuan mused. It's even rumored that they are the puppet masters behind some wars and conflicts. Everyone knows how shady they are, but they are so mysterious and powerful, pervading the southern state, that no one knows their headquarters. No faction or dynasty dares to destroy them. There was a powerful dynasty that once tried to destroy the Black Moon Tower within its borders, but within half a year, that dynasty was history, and the Black Moon Tower was rebuilt. This Black Moon Tower is terrifying, Chu Xuan muttered. They promised the Qin imperial family and the three great clans that they wouldn't accept any more requests from the evil cult as long as the price was right. Yet, they also hinted that if the evil cult offered enough, they would resume business. Their power and mystery were so pervasive that no one in the southern state could escape their influence. No faction or dynasty dared to defy the Black Moon Tower. This wasn't just hearsay, it was information from the food delivery man. Chu Xuan subtly voiced his concerns about the situation and learned that the Qin kingdom had commissioned the Black Moon Tower to monitor the evil king's court. They would be alerted immediately if any powerful figures from the court attacked. Knowing the Qin kingdom had a contingency plan, Chu Xuan felt less worried about an attack from the evil king's court. They had plenty of enemies, so if they mobilized their forces, even if the Qin kingdom couldn't defend itself, it could seek help. Chu Xuan's main concern was the shady Black Moon Tower, playing both sides and profiting from conflict. Unfortunately, he couldn't do anything about it, so he focused on his cultivation. Had almost forgotten that, besides the mother and daughter who brought him food, he had no other visitors. In the 7th month, his cultivation reached the 3rd level of the Void Realm. He practiced diligently every day, his cultivation progressing rapidly. Ding. Your reward for 7 months of diligence. The Minor Martial Formation and Formation Disc. You have earned it, the system announced. Chu Xuan was ecstatic. He knew formations were extremely rare in the southern state. Those who could set up formations were true masters, and formations required true essence to operate. Chu Xuan understood that perhaps formations were rare in the southern state because they were too backward or the knowledge had been lost. With the Minor Martial Formation and Formation Disc, Chu Xuan learned how to set up and operate them. The formation didn't require true essence. With his current cultivation, he could set up a rudimentary formation. The lower the cultivation, the weaker the formation. Excellent. He thought. His suspicions were confirmed. The southern state was indeed lacking in this area. The formation disc had 5 small flags representing metal, wood, water, fire, and earth. Chu Xuan set up the formation around his courtyard. Without activating it, the courtyard looked ordinary. But if activated, Chu Xuan was confident it could trap even Void Realm cultivators, perhaps even higher. With the formation in place, Chu Xuan felt safer. As long as his visitors weren't above the 4th level of the Void Realm, he wouldn't need to worry. 7 months had passed, only 5 left until the year was up. Chu Xuan was filled with anticipation. The next reward would surely surpass the Earth Scripture. After all, above Void Realm was True Essence Realm, then Heaven Realm. Chu Xuan guessed his 1-year reward would be at least Heaven Realm level. A few days before the 8-month mark, shocking news shook the Chu family. Chu Qing, after facing 3 palm elders and a vice-cult master of the evil cult, had been gravely injured despite the sacrifice of a Chu family elder. The Chu family had lost a Void Realm level elder, Chu Qianming's father. Even in his secluded courtyard, Chu Xuan heard Chu Qianming's cries of grief. Chu Qing was someone Chu Qianming had been grooming as the next family head. He had performed exceptionally well against the evil cult. His growth would not only stabilize the Chu family's position, but potentially elevate it further. This enchanting woman harbored dark desires for a seemingly useless young master, truly a loyal member of the evil cult. When Chu Qing was ambushed, everyone immediately suspected information leakage by the Black Moon Tower. Following the incident, those around Chu Xuan were thoroughly investigated for any connections to the Black Moon Tower. Even if they couldn't touch the Black Moon Tower directly, couldn't they at least eliminate a few spies? Chu Qianming left the family grounds with the ancestral treasure to personally deal with the evil cult. The treasure was not to be taken outside lightly, requiring a powerful formation to contain it. With Chu Qianming gone, the Chu family's defenses were weakened, though Void Realm elders patrolled the area. With Chu Qing gravely injured, and also a favored child of Chu Qianming, Chu Yun was likely the next target. Chu Xuan couldn't help but worry for her. With Chu Qianming personally taking action, the Chu family appeared vulnerable to outsiders. Chu Xuan even suspected a diversion tactic, but Chu Qianming wouldn't be so careless with his family. His departure suggested the Chu family had other powerful figures at the same level as him, a hidden strength that explained their enduring power. This was something Chu Xuan had no access to. With Chu Qing injured and Chu Qianming away, the evil cult was likely to attack again. Every night, Chu Xuan activated the minor martial formation. The courtyard looked unchanged, but anyone stepping inside would be trapped. With the formation, even if a battle occurred, the commotion wouldn't spread, preventing his secret from being exposed. With Chu Qianming gone, Chu Xuan had no way of knowing what actions were being taken against the evil cult. Naturally, he was unaware of the events unfolding. After 8 months of cultivation, your reward, the Thousand Shadows net, has arrived. It's an earthly weapon. Even a low-grade earthly weapon is far beyond mortal comprehension. The Thousand Shadows net isn't for attack or defense, but for binding and sealing. With it, Chu Xuan feels much more confident. Even against a Void Refining Realm 7th stage expert with the small 5 elements restriction formation and the Thousand Shadows net, he can trap them. Chu Xuan imagined the scene. Once trapped and sealed by the Thousand Shadows net, unless they also possess an earthly weapon, escape is impossible. This gives ample time to recover and eliminate the enemy with ease. A few peaceful days passed. Then, 2 figures silently infiltrated the Chu family estate. A man and a woman, both Void Refining Realm 2nd stage cultivators, both elders of the heretical sect. The woman, voluptuous with a disturbingly lascivious face, was Xu Yang. Along with her partner, Chu Qiong, disguised in expensive void concealment robes, they approached the Chu family's compound. Soon they reached Chu Xian's small courtyard. That's where Chu Qiu Luo's son lives. Yes. Chu Yang, looking at the small courtyard, suddenly had a perverse idea. Look at this lecherous heretical sect woman, she actually wants to bear children for the protagonist. Her name is Xu Yang. Seeing that Chu Qiu Luo's son was still single, a wicked thought arose in her mind. This is her partner, Chu Qiong. Noticing Xu Yang's expression, Chu Qiong's heart sank. This wretched woman, what wicked scheme is she brewing now? He anxiously transmitted a message. Forget Chu Qiu Luo's son. Focus on the mission. No, I have an idea. Chu Yang's eyes gleamed, her smile increasingly wicked. What if I bore Chu Qiu Luo a grandson, and Chu Qianming a great-grandson? Just think how exciting that would be. Chu Qiong's eyes widened, his heart pounding. This woman is truly evil. Chu Yang's smile became even more perverse. What if the Chu family finds out? Will they kill me? Or, will they kill Chu Qiu Luo's son? And Chu Qiu Luo's grandson? What if, one day, Chu Qiu Luo returns? What then? Chu Qiong shuddered, imagining the scene. If this happened, the entire Chu family would be in an uproar. What would Chu Qiu Luo do? What would Chu Qianming do? He thought, my God. For some unknown reason, he felt a flicker of anticipation. If we're here for serious business, let's not create more trouble. Although anticipating the chaos, he still advised against it. You don't understand. Since we're here, we'll take Chu Qiu Luo's son hostage. In case we're exposed, we'll have leverage. Chu Yang walked towards the courtyard. Will Black Moon Tower sell our information to the Chu family? Chu Qiong followed, unease in his heart. Those greedy bastards at Black Moon Tower would never sell our information to the Chu family. Only if the Chu family suffers a heavy blow can they sell their intel for a higher price. Chu Yang sneered. Chu Qiong realized she had a point. If not for Black Moon Tower's discreet intelligence support, the heretical sect in Nanju would have been eradicated long ago. Black Moon Tower, for maximum profit, had secretly manipulated countless events. But Black Moon Tower was powerful. Even the heretical king court was wary of them. With that said, the two figures leaped into Chu Xuan's courtyard. This man didn't understand romance at all. This woman just wanted to bear his children, and he shot her into a honeycomb. The man, Chu Xuan, was cultivating in the courtyard. Sensing the intrusion, he sighed. More suicidal heretical sect fools. Can you leave me alone? Why must you target me? Chu Yang and Chu Qiong entered the courtyard smoothly and immediately spotted Chu Xuan. What a handsome young man. Worthy of being Chu Luo's son. Chu Yang's eyes lit up, her smile becoming increasingly lewd. Chu Xuan frowned. This voluptuous woman with such a disturbingly lascivious face, what kind of bizarre cultivation technique is this? Did she cultivate herself into stupidity? Come here, little darling. Come with big sister. Big sister will take good care of you. You'll definitely bear you many strong sons. Chu Yang's smile became increasingly perverse as she reached for Chu Xuan. Chu Xuan was disgusted. You disgust me. My goosebumps are exploding. You old hag, prepare to die. He initially intended to question them, then use soul imprint to control them and send them back to sabotage the heretical sect. But the moment Chu Yang spoke, he lost his patience. I'd rather die than be touched by you. A bolt of lightning shot from his finger, the violet thunder finger. Chu Yang's body sparked with electricity, black smoke billowing, as she was instantly riddled with holes. Chu Qiong felt a chill run down his spine, his body drenched in cold sweat. Too terrifying. How old is he? Even more terrifying than Chu Luo in his prime. I have to escape. Chu Qiong cursed Chu Yang in his heart. What a perverse idea. Now the mission's failed, and she's been shot to pieces. Using his movement technique, he rapidly retreated. However, for some reason, after retreating, he was met with an overwhelming killing intent, completely losing his direction. The courtyard entrance was clearly not far. But no matter how he tried, he couldn't get closer. Panicked, Chu Qiong felt a growing dread. A true expert in the Chu family. How is that possible? Could it be Chu Luo has returned? The thought of that figure who dominated the Qin kingdom, the most talented cultivator in Chu family history, even Qin kingdom history, sent shivers down Chu Qiong's spine. Regardless, Chu Qiong knew he was doomed. So be it. A ruthless glint flashed across his face as he prepared to release the demonic smoke head brought. Suddenly, a large hand grabbed him, immobilizing him before he could react. Chu Xuan sat in his chair, looking down at the struggling Chu Qiong. Chu Qiong noticed Chu Yang's riddled corpse being devoured by a strange little flower. In moments, her body vanished. Terror gripped him as the little flower seemed to look at him with growing delight, as if wanting to devour him next. Something is wrong with the Chu family. What is that thing? Why is Chu Luo's son so powerful? Could the Chu family have been hiding their strength? Chu Qiong despaired. You heretical sect fools, always coming here to cause trouble. You're courting death. Chu Xuan said coldly, wasting no words. He used a small seal to cast the soul imprint on Chu Qiong. Chu Qiong was horrified to discover that he felt no hostility towards Chu Xuan, unable to resist or attack. He knew in his heart he wanted to kill Chu Xuan, but he couldn't. What's going on? Chu Qiong was terrified. His thoughts were clear, his mind was sound, yet he felt no hostility, no desire to resist. Even if Chu Xuan killed him, he wouldn't fight back. He would obediently offer his neck. Using the soul imprint for the first time, Chu Xuan was filled with anticipation. Through the soul imprint, he could sense Chu Qiong's thoughts. This meant that if the imprinted person died, he would know, and he would know how they died. Due to the soul imprint's special nature, Chu Xuan felt he could use it as a medium to project his spiritual will. He wondered if separating a strand of his spiritual will to leave the courtyard would violate the stay-at-home requirement. Chu Xuan quickly dismissed the idea. He wouldn't risk it. If it violated the requirement, his stay-at-home record would be reset, and he'd have to start all over again after so long. After imprinting Chu Qiong, Chu Xuan questioned him about the heretical sect's plans. To harm the Chu family, the heretical sect was escalating their attacks. This time, they had brought demonic smoke. Demonic smoke was far more dangerous than poison smoke or fire. Once released, the contaminated area was extremely difficult to purify, costing 10 times more than dealing with poison. Moreover, anyone below the spirit sea realm who inhaled demonic smoke would lose control of their mind. If released within the Chu family estate, there would be heavy casualties. The Chu family members were carefully selected, with decent talent, clean backgrounds, and high loyalty, all worthy of nurturing. Heavy casualties would be a significant blow. Demonic smoke was refined from demonic chi remnants, possessing potent contaminating power. Even heretical cultivators below the spirit sea realm avoided it. Demons were an ancient race in Nanju, with only remnants of their demonic chi found in ancient battlefields. Usually, only heretical cultivators collected these remnants. The heretical sect is truly ruthless this time. Chu Xuan looked at Chu Xuan, then implanted a suicidal command within his mind, ordering him to return to the heretical sect's base. Release the demonic smoke, and attack as many as possible without revealing anything about the Chu family. After implanting the command, he released Chu Xuan. Chu Xuan was devastated. His mind was clear, his thoughts rational, yet he couldn't resist the implanted will. He was terrified, but his expression remained normal, betraying no hint of control. It's over, Chu Xuan thought, the Chu family is too terrifying. This hidden meeting place wasn't within Chu territory, but the heretical sect's third headquarters in recent years. They changed locations regularly. Some grumbled, we joined the heretical sect, not to be slaves. This is worse than those righteous sects. But there was no choice. Besides avoiding the Chu family's detection, they also had to avoid Black Moon Tower. Staying in one place too long invited Black Moon Tower's attention, who might sell their information to the Chu family for a hefty price. To prevent this, the headquarters moved frequently. Only the sect leader, deputy leader, and a few trusted elders knew the location, ensuring no leaks to Black Moon Tower. Wang Tu, the Qin Kingdom heretical sect's deputy leader, paced in the main hall. Are you discussing behind my back? Do you think him dead already? He snapped. What Chu family? Just wait for Xu Qiong and Xu Yang to return. Before he could finish, a disciple announced the arrival of the Ziyu Kingdom heretical sect's protector. Wang Tu wondered what brought them here. It turned out they came to congratulate him on his promotion. An elder, unafraid of death, muttered in the hall, nice words. They are just here to hear the news about Xu Qiong and Xu Yang's infiltration of the Chu family. Waiting to laugh at us. Even the deputy leader and protector have to come personally. The heretical sect is truly a pack of mules. Silence. Wang Tu roared, but it was too late, or perhaps he intentionally let it slip. The deputy leader and protector looked awkward, praising Wang Tu for having such outspoken subordinates, adding that such loyal followers were rare these days. Wang Tu laughed awkwardly, changing the subject. By the way, sect leader Wang, there's still no news from Xu Qiong and Xu Yang. The deputy leader broke the silence. Chu Qiu Luo isn't there, so there shouldn't be any major issues. But compared to them, I'm more concerned about why Protector Ziyu has come this time. With a sigh, he continued, the Qin Kingdom heretical sect is jointly managed by 4 clans, each usually handling their own affairs. However, the Ziyu Kingdom is different. Their royal family is powerful, firmly controlling the kingdom. They swiftly concentrated their forces and annihilated one of our branches. Our void refining 4th stage branch leader and several elders were killed. That's why I'm here, seeking revenge against the Chu family. Brother Wang, how about joining forces to kill that old geezer Chu Tianming? Wang Tu scoffed. If the heretical sect could kill Chu Tianming, they wouldn't be hiding like rats. As the head of one of the 3 great families of the Qin Kingdom, Chu Tianming was at the half-step realm. Unless a realm expert attacked, who could kill him? The Qin Kingdom only had 1 near-realm expert. Killing Chu Tianming would require the heretical king court to dispatch experts. But even they had rivals. Realm experts rarely acted, especially with the heretical king in seclusion. The Qin Kingdom was too remote. Not a priority for the king court. Otherwise, the Qin Kingdom wouldn't be so weak. Seeing Wang Tu's hesitation, the Ziyu protector continued his persuasion. With our combined strength, even if we can't kill him, we can still severely injure him. My branch leader was his younger brother. He died because of the Chu family. Wang Tu said coldly, he chose to die with his enemy. This man was too arrogant, wanting to drag the heretical sect leader and deputy leader into his personal vendetta upon meeting. To avenge his brother, he had come prepared. He brought demonic smoke. Even if he couldn't kill Chu Tianming, he would severely weaken him. Wang Tu wouldn't indulge him. Wait one more day. If Xu Qiong and Xu Yang don't return, we abandon this place. He feared Black Moon Tower had discovered their location. Chu Tianming was furious right now and might pay a high price for information. If Chu Tianming attacked, few present would survive. He was almost certain that Chu Tianming would target him first, making him the most vulnerable. Xu Qiong is back. Speak of the devil. Why are you alone? Where is Xu Yang? What happened at the Chu family? Wang Tu frowned. Xu Qiong, internally devastated and despairing, couldn't defy the implanted will. Sect leader, we discovered something important. Let me report it privately. Please be prepared for unforeseen circumstances. Xu Yang was killed at the Chu family estate. Something's off. Xu Yang's disguise is so flimsy, it practically glows in the dark. Clearly, Wang Tu suspects nothing. Su, the cult leader, glanced at Xu Yang and nudged Wang Tu. It seems our vice leader isn't restricted. It's up to you to figure out why. Something is indeed amiss. The vice leader patted Su's shoulder. I'm sure you'll get to the bottom of this. Cult leader, your subordinate here must have a bad stomach. Look at his face. Anyway, let's discuss intelligence. After that, off to do great things. You guys are way too relaxed. Chu Yang, eavesdropping, scowled. Vice leader, you're too astute. If this goes on, the cult is doomed. Cult leader, the Chu family's criminal, Chu Yang, is approaching, Su warned. Wang Tu and Su responded by pretending to move some items. Boom. A fierce grey light erupted. Chu Yang attacked. A powerful blow caught Wang Tu completely off guard, shattering half his body and sending his spirit reeling. He barely managed to summon his ice soul cloud. The sudden attack stunned everyone. Look. Only that man could pull off such a ruthless move. This man, our protagonist, is Chu Xuan, a man who can gain system rewards and all sorts of divine powers without even leaving his house. Just moments ago, Chu Yang, under the heavy weight of a soul imprint, unleashed a full-powered attack in desperation, nearly killing the unsuspecting cult leader, Wang Tu. He also revealed the soul imprint he carried. Similarly afflicted, Wang Tu's followers could only watch helplessly. Ziyu's protector, whose thirst for revenge had just been ignited, was now terrified. He could have escaped unnoticed, but his shock drew Chu Yang's attention. Then die. Chu Yang flew towards him. Ziyu's protector, unable to dodge, was grievously wounded, barely clinging to life. Completely unrestrained, Chu Yang continued his rampage. What cult? What protector? I'm unstoppable. Chu Yang, what madness is this? Chu family's manor will be ruined by you. The downed protector gritted his teeth. Chu manor. HMPH, Chu Yang delivered a final, condescending blow. Who in the Qing Kingdom's cult can rival me? I am the true cult leader. I am eternal. I am the only one worthy of being the Qing Kingdom's cult leader. What could the defeated protector do? He could only send a desperate message to the elders outside. Chu Yang's gone mad. Kill him quickly. Just as his voice faded, several figures rushed in. Chu Manor's 8 guardians, here to assist. The leader was Chu Yang's former master, appealing to his past. He reminded Chu Yang how he had changed his diapers, covered for him when he harassed women, and now he was repaying kindness with violence. The other guardians urged him to stop reasoning with a madman. The elder decided to deploy their strongest formation, but before he could finish, a golden light flickered from Chu Yang's fingertip. It's you. The golden light struck the elder. Damn it. He roared. So many of you, and still no match for me. I've had enough of your nagging. Finally, some peace. Chu Yang watched his former master collapse. The stunned cult members could only gape. This was crazier than last night's Messi Ronaldo match. He's burning his life force. He's going to explode. Run. Never underestimate a cornered zealot. Chu Yang, still bearing the soul imprint, single-handedly decimated an entire branch of the cult, leaving the already injured Wang Tu to face another battle. Trouble really does come knocking when you least expect it. Because Chu Xuan stayed home and repelled the cult attack, the system rewarded him with 10 years of cultivation. After a rapid power surge, Chu Xuan became incredibly strong. He'd actually done it. His joy was tempered by the realization that his progress had slowed since reaching the Harmony realm. At this rate, staying home for a year might get him to him, still not safe enough to face the Xie Wangting experts. But if strength is lacking, resourcefulness can make up for it. Chu Xuan, Qing Kingdom's most resourceful slacker, remembered the delicious, single-eyed beast the system had rewarded him. He'll eat you up. Head declared. And now, patting his satisfied belly, he knew exactly what he meant. Suddenly, oh no. Chu Xuan jumped. The ground trembled. He rushed to the corner of the courtyard and erected a protective barrier. What's happening? Is there another attack? Chu Xuan wondered nervously. Another tremor. Damn it. Not again. I shouldn't have celebrated so soon. He regretted his earlier words. Chu Xuan, a man of action, decided to stick to his plan. Sleep and stay home. After all, he was now at a similar level to Chu Qianming, one of Qing Kingdom's strongest. But a part of him felt restless. He wanted more action, more cults to crush. Bring it on, he thought, I can handle it. Just how audacious is this old man, daring to insult the leader of the Black Moon Tower? This old man is Chu Qianming, head of the Chu family, one of the 3 great families of the Qing Kingdom. Their meeting had begun politely enough. Such an honor to be greeted by Master Wan. You truly give me face. Face my ass. Do you know what happened to the Chu family? If not for your lousy intel, I'd rip your head off. You messaged me saying you had crucial information. Chu Qianming knew further arguing was pointless. He sat down, suppressed his anger, and cut to the chase. Let's skip the pleasantries and get down to business. Chu Qianming's eyes widened. You're bluffing," he exclaimed, impressed by Wan Chang's audacity. Chu Qianming took a sip of tea. "So, Master Wan, what's the price?" 1 million gold coins. Chu Qianming spat out his tea. "Are you robbing me?" The outrageous price enraged Chu Qianming, and he stood up abruptly, ready to leave. But Wan Chang, ever the composed businessman, urged him to stay and hear him out. Intrigued, Chu Qianming reluctantly agreed. "What about Mo Yang?" Hearing those two words made Chu Qianming grind his teeth. He knew Mo Yang's power. He paid gold coins for Wan Chang to continue. Apparently, Wan Chang had heard about a certain cult protector from Ziyu Kingdom. Yes, that one. The two men exchanged glances. A tense silence hung in the air. One urged the other to continue. Finally, after receiving the remaining gold, Wan Chang revealed the truth. The cult protector had brought Mo Yang, and the Chu family would be the target of a devastating attack. He looked so sincere, Chu Qianming never suspected the information had already been leaked to Chu Xian. Even so, Chu Qianming felt cheated. 1 million for this. Wan Chang smirked, pleased with himself. If that's all, would be too much. The Chu family's defenses are formidable. 2 measly cultists are nothing, but this time is different. The cult has acquired 2 prevoid treasures. Chu Qianming's face hardened. Even he wasn't confident about his defenses against those. After calming down, Chu Qianming confirmed the information's validity multiple times, receiving firm assurances from Wan Chang. Wan Chang even promised a 3-fold refund if the information proved false and offered to sell Chu Qianming a countermeasure against Mo Yang. Chu Qianming suspected he was being played but couldn't show it. He grimly warned Wan Chang that if he discovered the treasures were sold by the Black Moon Tower, he would make sure Wan Chang wouldn't see the next sunrise. And so, Wan Chang concluded his profitable transaction. On his way back, Chu Qianming realized something was amiss. Why did Wan Chang seem so eager? That sly fox must have sold the same information twice. But it was too late to go back. That was Wan Chang's plan all along. You'll deal with that Black Moon Tower later, he fumed. What kind of powerful organization could refuse this beautiful young woman's cohabitation request? This is Chu Yun. After accompanying her grandfather, Chu Qianming, to the Black Moon Tower, she immediately rushed to Chu Xian's residence. She told him that her grandfather had spent $1 million on intel. The cult was planning an attack on the Chu manor. Seeing Chu Yun's genuine concern, Chu Xian decided to tease her. He put on a frightened expression, clutching his head. "I've been sensing unsettling auras around the courtyard lately," he stammered. Chu Yun continued, "Yes, the head butler has been increasing patrols. Has heard the cult possesses aura tracking devices. Is that so? You'll have to conceal my aura better, lest the head butler discover my true strength. But why would the butler need void realm experts and those strange energy fluctuations? Could it be pre-void treasures? That's overkill for us. We haven't done anything wrong." Chu Yun, startled by Chu Xian's words, pleaded, "Come back to the main residence with me." "I'll beg grandfather." Chu Xian, enjoying his peaceful life, refused. "I'm fine here." "Don't worry, you'll be safe." Chu Yun, still worried, insisted, "It's not safe here. The cult is planning something. This place is too far from the main house. The Black Moon Tower leader himself told us." Chu Yun looked so pitiful, any man would have relented. But Chu Xian wasn't just any man. He quickly calculated. What can they do? The manor's defenses are strong. Seeing Chu Xian unmoved, Chu Yun continued, "They say a powerful cult leader is coming to Chu Manor with Mo Yang. Even at your 13th level, you'll be no match for Mo Yang." Chu Xian couldn't help but burst out laughing. When is this supposed to happen? Today? Even the head butler is involved. The Black Moon Tower guaranteed it. They are even preparing a new building in case this one gets destroyed. If not for you, this place would already be in ruins. Chu Xian started spacing out again, lost in architectural thoughts. Chu Yun plopped down on the sugar sculpture. "I give up. Seriously, you're hopeless. What are you even doing? I'm staying here with 13th brother. I'm not going back." Chu Yun declared with childlike innocence. "All right, little sis, you're a girl. Staying here with me isn't proper. Be obedient and return to the family residence. 13th brother will be fine." Chu Yun was still worried. But what if the heretics attack while Grandpa isn't here? Observing Chu Xian's calm demeanor, Chu Yun thought, he seems unconcerned. Maybe he's not worried about the heretics. Chu Xian, however, was having a mental breakdown. He randomly picked up something from the ground and stood up. 13th brother seems increasingly capable. If anything were to happen. Chu Yun mused. 13th brother, please stay safe and don't do anything rash. Chu Xian frantically waved his hands. Don't worry. I'm more than capable of handling myself. Do you think I can't defeat those heretic scrubs? Yuna, don't worry, you'll be fine. Can you go back now? I've made myself clear. Chu Yun remained unconvinced. No way. I'm staying here. It's comfortable. Chu Yun insisted, clinging to Chu Xian. Chu Xian sighed. Fine. Meanwhile, back at the Chu residence, Chu Qianming immediately consulted with the elders on how to handle the heretic's next potential attack. Our current defensive strategy is too passive. We need a more proactive approach. If any heretics step foot on our territory, well, kill them without question. Let those scoundrels know our true strength. Patriarch, 13th young master is still living near the bamboo forest. Perhaps. An elder, concerned about Chu Xian's safety, subtly suggested bringing him back. Mentioning Chu Xian, Chu Qianming lowered his voice. I've sent Chu Yu to retrieve Chu Xian. If he returns, I won't give him a warm welcome, which might sway his loyalty. If he doesn't return, well, simply strike a decisive blow. If he dies, it'll just further solidify his reputation as a useless good-for-nothing. What's it like to wake up every morning to a gorgeous girl saying good morning? This gorgeous girl is Chu Yun. Just now, she disregarded Chu Xian's feigned refusal and moved into his courtyard. 13th brother. Good morning. Yuna, you're up early. Though I haven't seen any heretics, I still need to cultivate. Chu Xian thought, Yuna has been diligently cultivating these past years and has reached the second level of the profound gold realm. No wonder that old man is so worried about her. Snapping back to reality, he handed Chu Yun 100 spirit stones. Just the right amount, not too much, not too little. Chu Yun, touched, picked up the spirit stones and thanked Chu Xian once more. Earth Meridian Golden Scripture. This is an earth-level cultivation technique. 13th brother, you barely cultivate. How do you have this? Well, you have to consider whose courtyard this is. My father lived here before. Chu Xian casually lied. Anyway, it's for your own good. Practice diligently. This is a valuable heirloom from my father. Chu Yun didn't suspect a thing, then he'll gratefully accept. Why isn't Chu Xuan this generous? Outside the main gate, two elders watched a figure pacing back and forth. 3 days. 3 days of pacing. He hasn't even visited the lavatory. He truly is the patriarch. What internal fortitude. The two were chatting away, completely unaware of Chu Qianming's approach. With your cultivation, can't you two use sound transmission? Do you think him deaf? Startled, the two elders fell silent, though they might have switched to sound transmission. Damn it. Either attack or don't. What are the heretics doing? Oh, I see, they've been misled by the Black Moon Tower's false intel. As the family's fate hung in the balance. Chu Qianming couldn't afford to be careless, but 3 days and nothing. This is infuriating. Chu Qianming continued to pace. He truly feared misinformation more than the enemy themselves. Bastards. Black Moon Tower. Shameless swindlers. If you have the guts, face me directly. Elders. Go and find out what's going on with those heretics. Do you know the consequences of an intelligence agency selling false information? As the most mysterious intelligence organization in the Qin Kingdom, the Black Moon Tower had unexpectedly provided outdated information. Later, the Chu family paid 1 million taels of gold. The one responsible for this million-tael blunder was the young man standing before the furious Chu Qianming. Chu Qianming had just learned that the intel head bought for 1 million taels of gold information about heretics infiltrating the Chu family was false. He had waited for 3 days. And not only had nothing happened, but had also lost face in front of his subordinates. Furious, he wanted to destroy the Black Moon Tower's reputation. The messenger patted his chest and assured him, absolutely certain. The heretics had an internal conflict. A deputy leader named Chu Xuan rebelled. The main altar was bombed. Not only is their invasion plan ruined, but even ZU country's border is half gone. It said Chu Xuan is a brutal tyrant, and the Dharma Protector is barely alive. The Dharma Protector is now covered in bandages. Perhaps the messenger's description was too vivid. As the Tower Lord's face darkened, are we going to compensate the Chu family? The messenger quickly changed the subject. The Tower Lord gave an evil grin. Compensation is out of the question. This intelligence failure is not only our fault, but it also damages the Black Moon Tower's reputation. Do you want a promotion? Seeing the messenger's hesitation, the Tower Lord continued. Let's be honest, neither of us wants to lose our yen bonus. The messenger, initially just there to deliver a message, now found his career on the line, unsure what to do. I heard the Black Moon Tower is downsizing. I'm set for life, but you're still young. The Tower Lord added, finally getting the messenger to concede. Understood. The solution lies with us. The messenger finally gave in. Exactly. Though this intel was faulty, if we offer the Chu family even more exciting intel, we can not only avoid compensation, but also restore your reputation. The Tower Lord patted the messenger's shoulder. The heretics are dangerous, but I need you to go back to the Chu family. The sooner, the better. Looking into the Tower Lord's trusting eyes, the messenger reluctantly agreed. Meanwhile, Chu Xuan was relaxing in his courtyard. That old man, Chu Tianming, should know about the heretics soon. The Black Moon Tower will likely make a move as well. I've already reached the harmonization realm, and Chu Yu will soon break through to the third level of the profound realm. Dealing with the heretics shouldn't be too difficult. If I can control the Black Moon Tower, I can control everything. Unfortunately, I'm not there yet. Lost in thought, Chu Xuan didn't notice the servant bringing his meal. Young master, today's meal. The servant seemed hesitant and kept glancing around. Chu Xuan sensed something was amiss. I know. Leave it, this isn't simple. Besides the heretics and the Black Moon Tower, what other factions are involved? What kind of news could make a man pace for 3 days straight? Especially a 70-year-old man. This old man was Chu Tianming, the patriarch of the Chu family, one of the 3 great families of the Qin kingdom. Just moments ago, he was still fretting over the impending heretic attack. Patriarch. A subordinate's urgent call interrupted Chu Tianming's thoughts. What's the rush? Did the heretics attack? He turned sharply to see a flustered subordinate. Good news. Great news. The subordinate, realizing had caused a misunderstanding, hurriedly explained. What is it? Did you find something? Chu Tianming's anxious heart relaxed slightly. Patriarch, the heretics branch near our Chu army, is gone. The subordinate's eyes were wide with disbelief. Gone. Gone how? Chu Tianming's face remained impassive. Yes, utter devastation. Broken windows, shattered tiles, corpses everywhere, blood soaking the ground. The subordinate's dramatic account left Chu Tianming confused. Just get to the point. The subordinate quickly corrected himself. We not only found traces of demonic chi dissipation but also witnessed the branch leader using their cultivation technique and heard a heretic elder identify themselves. The heretics must have encountered a formidable foe and retreated after suffering heavy losses. To defeat a heretic branch. Chu Tianming was filled with questions. So, this person must be incredibly powerful. This also means we no longer need to worry about the demonic chi. The subordinate was ecstatic. Upon hearing this news, most would react similarly, but this old man's eyes flashed coldly, and then he burst into laughter. Ha 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 ha. Black Moon Tower, oh Black Moon Tower, you've played yourself. Let's see how you handle this. Catching his breath, he turned to the subordinate. Come with me. We're going to the Black Moon Tower. He wanted to see how the Tower Lord would handle triple the compensation. Elsewhere, Chu Xuan was strolling in his courtyard and inadvertently approached Chu Yun's door. Through the door, he sensed Chu Yun was about to break through. Just then, Chu Yun came out for some fresh air. How's it going? Yuna, 13th brother, this courtyard is truly a blessed place for cultivation. My cultivation speed has increased significantly here. Fearing Chu Yun might ask to stay longer, Chu Xuan quickly added, if you're about to break through, it's better to return to the family residence. I can protect you here. Chu Yun was surprised that Chu Xuan sensed her impending breakthrough. Don't worry, 13th brother. I may have low cultivation, but I'm not completely powerless. He'll go back soon. Grandpa must be worried. Chu Xuan feigned relief. By the way, don't let that old geezer Chu Tianming see the cultivation technique I gave you. Just thinking about him makes me angry. Chu Yun's mind was still preoccupied with her breakthrough. Understood, 13th brother. Early in the morning, who's causing such a ruckus outside his courtyard? If someone offered you a way out after being confined for nearly a year, would you take it? Our protagonist decisively chose to stay. The reason was simple. He was a homebody, and staying in this courtyard allowed him to continuously receive system rewards, which was like cheating. Chu Xuan had finally persuaded Chu Yun, who had been living with him for almost a month, to return to the family residence for her breakthrough. The footsteps outside the gate belonged to none other than Chu Tianming, the same person Chu Xuan constantly referred to as old geezer or old thing, who was now approaching with a furious expression. You impudent brat. Do you think elders don't deserve respect anymore? Chu Xuan immediately retorted. In packing your luggage, afraid you've tarnished the Chu family's reputation. Chu Yun, standing beside them, coldly thought, he still resents Grandpa for confining him here just because he farted. Don't be impudent. Are you refusing to return? Chu Tianming was so angry that his forehead creased, but upon seeing Chu Yun, he suddenly burst into laughter. Yuna, you're about to break through. Wonderful. It's all thanks to 13th brother's care these past few days. You're truly a worthy daughter of the Chu family. After you break through, Grandpa will find you a good husband. Chu Yun hurriedly replied, Grandpa, I still have several older brothers. They should get married before me, haha. If everyone were like 13th brother, the Chu family would be doomed. If Jiu Ruo knew your current state, she would definitely regret leaving you. Hearing this, Chu Xuan couldn't contain his emotions. What? He immediately regretted his outburst, because even that slight release of his aura didn't escape Chu Yun's notice. A harmonization realm expert. Chu Yun, unaware of what had just transpired, innocently asked, what harmonization realm expert? Though faint, the aura resembled the true chi of a harmonization realm expert. Chu Qianming was instantly excited, but his joy was short-lived. The subordinate behind him whispered, impossible. The only harmonization realm expert in the Qin kingdom is Chu Ning. Could it be? Before the subordinate could finish, Chu Qianming waved his hand dismissively. Forget it. It must have been my mistake. The aura is gone. I haven't seen a harmonization realm expert in so long, I must have been mistaken. Turning to the subordinate, he transmitted, I know what you want to say about the expert who defeated the heretics. This isn't something to discuss in front of Yuna. We'll talk later. The subordinate nodded in understanding. Changing the subject, Chu Qianming invited Chu Yun to accompany him to the northern courtyard. Chu Yun readily agreed, as she still needed her grandfather's protection during her breakthrough. As for you, ungrateful brat, pack your things and return to the family residence. Chu Qianming offered Chu Xian a way out, but Chu Xian didn't take the bait. I'm fine here. Don't bother, Grandpa. Infuriated, Chu Qianming snorted coldly and turned to leave. 13th brother. Naive Chu Yun hurriedly explained, 13th brother, Grandpa is giving you a way out. Chu Xian remained unmoved. I'm staying. Chu Qianming stormed off in a huff. However, blood ties are undeniable. Chu Qianming still worried about his grandson. Zunfa's men, our current enemies are unknown. Keep an eye on them. Stay alert at all times, but I can't let Quluo's lineage end. Look at this old man. He's knocking on the door of the Qin Kingdom's most powerful intelligence agency, Black Moon Tower. He just flew over. Not long ago, this old man spent 1,000,000 taels of silver at Black Moon Tower for false information. Brother Guan, this is the first time I've ever doubted Black Moon Tower's intel. Chu Qianming adopted a condescending air as he entered. And this bunhead man is the owner of Black Moon Tower, Wan Chang. The information isn't wrong, it's just that the heretical cult only sent out 10,000. Here's another mask. How could the intel be wrong? What trick is that heretical cult scum pulling? Chu Qianming, who had been scammed out of 1,000,000 taels, was now furious. He wanted Wan Chang to cough up all the money, plus triple the compensation. Let's see how he runs his business then. Brother Guan, Black Moon Tower has always valued its reputation. Eat your fill of water. Look. Wan Chang, of course, knew what the compensation meant. Losing Black Moon Tower's credibility would be disastrous. He hurriedly pulled out another painting. Brother Chu, I have another piece of vital information regarding the heretical cult. 1,000,000 taels of gold, not expensive, right? 1,000,000 isn't a small sum. What about the heretical cult? It seemed he was about to be swindled again. Wan Chang put on a dry smile. How about this, if the heretical king's court has any plans against the Qin kingdom or the Chu family? I'll inform Brother Chu immediately. No delays, you scoundrel. If it weren't for your prior mistake, would you have delayed informing me about the heretical king's court's plans? Chu Qianming immediately revealed his understanding. Loudly questioning. What else could Wan Chang do but continue his polite, silly grin? How could that be, Brother Chu? We at Black Moon Tower always prioritize credibility. Even without blushing, one could tell what he was thinking. I don't trust you one bit, you sly old fox. However, Chu Qianming still wanted to hear him out. The heretical cult's first vice leader and 2 Dharma protectors have arrived in Chuzhen. Wan Chang, seeing through Chu Qianming's thoughts, revealed what he believed was worth 1,000,000 taels with a smug look. Brother Chu, this information is worth 1,000,000. Chu Qianming's face turned serious. The first vice leader. His strength is at the peak of the 8th level of the Void Realm, and his movement technique is at the 7th level. If he launches a surprise attack, even I might not be able to react in time. Then what about their specific whereabouts? Wan Chang smiled faintly, a truly cunning expression. That's another matter. Chu Qianming wouldn't be easily fooled. He sneered, just the information about them arriving in Chuzhen isn't worth 1,000,000. Black Moon Tower's intel is indeed fast. But I guarantee that within a day, our Chu family can also obtain this information. So stop beating around the bush. After all, I've been lenient enough. Seeing Chu Qianming's insistence, Wan Chang stopped playing games. This is their current hideout. Thank you, brother Wan. You'll take my leave now. Chu Qianming flicked his sleeve with a satisfied expression and turned to leave. Now that I know their location, you'll strike first and catch them off guard. Chu Qianming and his men marched aggressively towards Black Moon Tower, ostensibly to hold them accountable. After a verbal sparring session, he left to eliminate the heretical cult members who had infiltrated Chu Jun, all because of a supposed mistake. In a courtyard less than 100 miles from the Chu family residence, Zhang Kuei, the first vice leader of the heretical cult in Qin, was pondering with his eyes closed. What happened to Portugal last night? They were actually overturned by the Koreans. This man, who resembled Gara except for the lack of dark circles under his eyes, was the master of Chu Jun's gambling scene. Dong Qian, standing beside him, whispered. Master, Zhu Qiong suddenly went berserk. We don't know the reason, only that it's related to Dharma protectors Hua Yi and Ziyu. But we don't understand their purpose. Zhang Kuei suddenly thought of another woman, Zhu Yang. Is she dead or alive? Who killed her? Dong Qian's reply was I don't know. He hadn't bothered to pay attention to a minor elder like Zhu Yang. After all, this time, our heretical cult suffered heavy losses. 1/5 of the entire heretical cult in the Qin kingdom was lost, all because of the Chu family. How did they discover our infiltration? I still don't know. It might be intel from Black Moon Tower. Zhang Kuei didn't agree with this idea. Black Moon Tower isn't omnipotent. Besides, given their style, they wouldn't easily sell information that could destroy someone, not for a mere million taels. He then patted Dong Qian's shoulder and told everyone to prepare. Tonight, they would raid the Chu family residence for revenge. Dong Qian was worried about the Chu family's experts. What if? Zhang Kuei reassured him that old ghost Chu Qianming is still at Black Moon Tower. Raiding the Chu residence will be no problem. Since we're going, I naturally have a plan for a safe retreat. Then, he waved his hand and gave Dong Qian a purple glass bead. Tonight, you'll raid the Chu residence. Dong Qian, having witnessed Zhang Kuei's methods, recognized the bead as a teleportation orb. He looked at it excitedly. That's right. Even if you're attacked by a Chu family elder, as long as you're not instantly killed, you can teleport away. It's that magical. Zhang Kuei smiled wickedly. As long as they can keep us, after raiding the Chu residence, we can retreat unscathed and put immense pressure on the Chu family. Look, someone's going to bully that useless young master again. It was a dark and windy night. Chu Xian, the useless young master, couldn't sleep. It was because of Chu Qianming's furious roar that echoed. Similarly sleepless were the two figures lurking outside. Our target, Chu Xian, resides in the Chu family residence. Let's sneak in, observe, and leave. Just a simple reconnaissance mission. The speaker was Zhang Kuei, the first vice leader. He was confident in this operation since Chu Qianming, the only threat, was still at Black Moon Tower arguing and inquiring about him. Killing him would be as easy as eating sashimi. 1/1 kill. Ha ha ha. Accompanying Zhang Kuei was Dong Qian, the branch leader of Chu Jun. Upon hearing this, he cautioned, Master, that old fellow is cunning. Are you sure? His strength is formidable. Don't worry, I'm not afraid. I'm not as capable as you, Master, so I'll just watch. In no time, they arrived outside Chu Xian's courtyard. This should be where Chu Quluo's son lives, right? His son might be useless, but he's still Chu Quluo's son. If we control him, we might have leverage. You mean, take him as a hostage? Two options. First, control Chu Quluo's son, help him break through to the Xian Gold realm, and send him back to the Chu family as a spy. Second, recruit him into our cult. Teach him our techniques, and make him an assassin. Actually, Chu Quluo's son has cultivated evil techniques and become an evil cultivator. Has completely fallen. I want to see how the Chu family reacts. I love watching a good show. Moreover, if Chu Quluo's son is with us, when Chu Qiuluo returns, we can let his son persuade him to join us. Let's see if Chu Qiuluo kills him or not. Ha ha ha. After explaining his plan, Zhang Kuei couldn't help but laugh. But Master, what if Chu Qiuluo isn't dead and, seeing his son corrupted by the heretical cult, attacks us? What should we do? Dong Qian voiced his concerns. What about him? Can he kill his own son? If he does, then we can blame him for his son's death and justify our actions. As for that old monster Chu Qianming, do you think Chu Qiuluo will dare to defy him? Zhong Kuei became more and more pleased with his seemingly flawless plan, putting on a profound expression. Dong Qian thought for a moment and decided to flatter him. Go and capture Chu Luo's son. You'll take him away right in front of the Chu family. That old monster, a silent Chu Qianming, is a dangerous Chu Qianming. Have you ever seen such a brutal slap in the face? Just moments ago, Zhong Kuei believed his plan was flawless. Who would have thought he would be captured by this bookworm, Chu Xuan? Chu Xuan sighed helplessly. Are you guys idiots? Do all heretical cult members have brain problems? Why do you always target me before causing trouble? Do what you want. I won't leave this courtyard, nor will I stop you. But if you're courting death, don't blame me. Chu Xuan silently released his soul mark. I remember the last time Chu Qiong, a mere elder, was hit with a soul mark. He single-handedly destroyed the entire Chuzhen branch. Chu Xuan looked excitedly at the Void Realm 9th level cultivator outside. Zhong Kuei and Dong Qian, oblivious to the impending doom, continued their arrogant approach. Attack! Zhong Kuei ordered. A dazzling formation appeared beneath their feet, looking quite impressive. Oh no! Zhong Kuei's pupils dilated, his face turning pale. The formation wasn't his, but Chu Xian's. What? This pressure, it's a hedging expert. Is there a hedging expert in the Chu family? Who is it? Zhong Kuei's mind reeled, his consciousness fading. He didn't even react when Chu Xuan appeared before him. You're a hedging expert. In a single instant, before Chu Xuan even attacked, Zhong Kuei involuntarily knelt. Dong Qian beside him was dumbfounded. Mars Master. He didn't receive a reply from Zhong Kuei, only a crisp slap. Dong Qian didn't even see what happened. Dong Qian was slapped hard across the face. Big Master speaks, Little Master listens. It's not your turn to sing. When Chu Xuan looked over, Dong Qian was already foaming at the mouth, twitching on the ground. Are all your heretical cult positions bought? Why do you keep targeting me? Just because my younger brother is Chu Luo. Chu Xuan couldn't help but feel a bit curious about his seemingly ordinary father. Just what kind of amazing person is he, to make the heretical cult's vice leader and a branch leader personally target him? Indeed, the man's name was Chu Xuan, the useless young master in the eyes of the world. Just now, two high-ranking members of the heretical cult had barged into his courtyard, intending to recruit him, believing him to be neglected by the Chu family, a prey accustomed to the Qin kingdom's century-long peace. But they didn't expect that a dragon begets a dragon, a phoenix begets a phoenix. Chu Luo's son was extraordinary. With just his aura, he forced the two to kneel. Experts often don't need fancy moves. Zhong Kuei's men were already paralyzed by the pressure, unable to move. Chu Xuan hesitated to kill this heretical cult elder. He was a Void Realm 9th level cultivator, a significant figure in the heretical cult. Killing him would definitely attract stronger enemies. Which was troublesome. The old man was also panicking. Seeing that this young man's aura was so powerful, wouldn't his true strength be unfathomable? Thinking of this, Zhong Kuei stammered. I am the heretical cult's first vice leader. Quite a title. If I control him, the heretical cult will stop harassing me and I can even get intel on their activities. Chu Xuan was pleased. He comforted Zhong Kuei. Don't worry, Chu Xuan, don't even kill mosquitoes, let alone you. These words sounded familiar. Right, this kid's father had said something similar, and then in the blink of an eye, he slaughtered dozens of cult members. It seems people who say such things are not kind. Dong Qian, lying on the ground pretending to be dead, couldn't help but think, the first vice leader is valuable, it's a pity to kill him. Why not kill me instead? Young Master Chu, in the Chuzhen branch leader, I'm also valuable. Shut up. Alright, both of you, be quiet. Chu Xuan, have spoken. 2 soul marks flew towards them. The first command after they received the marks was for Zhong Kuei to stop the heretical cult from harassing the Chu family. Zhong Kuei immediately agreed, promising to restrain his followers and kill anyone who disobeyed. Then Chu Xuan inquired about some background information on Black Moon Tower. According to Zhong Kuei, the Black Moon Tower likely possesses a network-level intelligence gathering capability. Otherwise, they wouldn't be privy to even some of our Xie Zhao's confidential operations. Moreover, the strongest person in the Qin Kingdom isn't a member of the Qin royal family, but a mysterious expert affiliated with the Black Moon Tower, residing somewhere within the Qin Kingdom. This Black Moon Tower organization is certainly intriguing. Oh no, this aura, it's Chu Qianming. Ever since Wan Chang informed Chu Qianming that the evil cult's first vice leader was hiding somewhere with 2 followers, Chu Qianming hadn't slept for 3 days. Had consulted maps for 3 days straight, yet still couldn't locate the evil cult's hideout, so, he came knocking again to complain. Wan Chang, what's going on? Your intel is wrong again. This time, you have to get it right. A frustrated Chu Tianming erupted. Whoa, absolutely no need to panic. Please calm down, young master, you must understand that living people move. When you arrived, they may have just left. Any intelligence has a time limit. It's impossible to achieve absolute real-time accuracy. Wan Chang explained calmly. Chu Tianming suspected the unscrupulous Black Moon Tower had sold his plan to assassinate the evil cult's vice leader to the cult itself. Wan Chang, however, explained that he was a very ethical information broker. A buyer's information would be withheld for at least a day before being sold again. Besides, Zhong Hui suddenly left, and his hideout was quite a distance from the Chu family estate. Shouldn't you consider where he might have gone? Wan Chang's reminder made Chu Tianming feel like a ball being kicked around. He was suspicious, yet couldn't dismiss the possibility. Could he have gone to our Chu family estate? Damn it. Wan Chang, you have to give me a satisfactory explanation. Rest assured, our intel is never wrong. We at Black Moon Tower have always prioritized reputation and profit. We never deceive, Wan Chang reassured as Chu Tianming left. Adding under his breath, however, Chu Xian's courtyard was Chu Tianming's first stop within the Chu family estate. Since he sensed Chu Tianming approaching, Zhong Hui and Dong Qian naturally wouldn't stay put. He gave them an invisibility cloak. Excellent. Chu Xian finally breathed a sigh of relief. He could now have some peace for a while, no more evil cult disturbances. He was just about to take a nap, when the system notification sounded. For capturing the evil cult expert and protecting the Chu family, you are rewarded 10 years of cultivation and the Heavenly Gold Divine Body. This is the legendary Heavenly Gold Divine Body, said to be able to kill with a single glance, and my cultivation has directly broken through to the Harmony Realm, 8th level. I wish more of these experts would come harass us, ding. Due to your pleasant mood, and your approval of the benefits of being a recluse, you are rewarded with a magical artifact. This reclusive Chu Xian is quite fortunate indeed. Just as Chu Tianming, having searched fruitlessly again, arrived at Black Moon Tower yet again, furious, Wan Chang greeted him, only to be met with rage. Chu Tianming looked as though he was about to tear Wan Chang to shreds, not bothering with words. Wan Chang, who thought Chu Tianming was coming to thank him for the intel, was stunned. Chu Tianming didn't care. Had paid a hefty price, and received 2 pieces of false intel. The entire Elder Council had been searching for Zhong Hui all night, to no avail. Wan Chang, still in disbelief, reiterated Black Moon Tower's reputation. Although Zhong Hui wasn't at the location I provided yesterday, the fact that he wasn't found there also proves that he didn't leave the Chu family estate. Stop with the excuses. The intel was wrong. Shouldn't I be refunded? Chu Tianming lost his patience. Wan Chang reluctantly agreed. All right, young master, please wait a moment. You'll relay the message to the owner. Turning around, Wan Chang interrogated his subordinates. What's going on with Zhong Hui? Why would he target the Chu family estate? Could it be Lin Shihong? That shouldn't be possible. Where is Zhong Hui now? The answer he received was infuriating. Useless. Wan Chang, who usually maintained composure in front of clients, now exploded. You're telling me you don't know? Mistakes again and again. Do you still want your yen bonus? You always use that to threaten me, but I really don't know. Zhong Hui was clearly heading towards the Chu family estate last night, but now has vanished without a trace. Then deploy more people. Find him. Quickly. After dismissing his subordinates, Wan Chang felt uneasy. Why would Zhong Hui target the Chu family estate? He had to appease Chu Tianming first. This couldn't escalate. Or how would he get his yen bonus? Young master, please calm down. I've already dispatched people to track down Zhong Hui. A slightly calmer Chu Tianming continued to press. Zhong Hui has been targeting the Chu family repeatedly. These repeated intelligence failures from Black Moon Tower are hindering our investigation. What are you going to do about it? Chu Tianming slammed his hand on the table. Zhong Hui has repeatedly targeted the Chu family, and we entrusted the investigation to Black Moon Tower. Black Moon Tower must help us capture him. Please forgive me, Elder. Zhong Hui is quite powerful and possesses a life-saving treasure. If we try to kill him, it would be unwise. But if I have a chance to restrain him, I guarantee I can capture him. Then give me his location within 5 days. Otherwise, you know the consequences. Back at home, a relaxed Chu Xian received a system notification. Due to your unintentional action, causing Black Moon Tower to provide false intelligence, hindering the Chu family's investigation and ultimately protecting Zhong Hui and Dong Qian. You are rewarded with the Divine Soul True Meaning. So, Black Moon Tower has been tracking Zhong Hui and Dong Qian these past few days. It seems they are interested in them as well. Well, giving them the invisibility cloak was just a test for Black Moon Tower. It seems they are not as omniscient as the legends say, but this reward is pretty good. The Ancient God Tree is a powerful secret technique that allows one to cultivate an incomplete divine body. It includes powerful divine soul healing techniques, and belongs to the foundational life-type divine arts. And the True Word technique is a secret technique of the same level, allowing one to speak true words, similar to the ability to make words into reality, limited only by one's understanding of the Heavenly Tao. 2 secret techniques for 1 cloak. Not bad. There's quite a bit of fun to be had as a recluse. Just as I finished thinking that, the system reward notification sounded again. Due to your pleasant mood and understanding of the meaning of being a recluse, you are rewarded with the 7-colored divine light. Damn, another reward. This is the legendary 7-colored divine light. It's said to be able to defend against both physical and spiritual attacks. No need to fear assassins now. I can cultivate in peace. Can you believe it? This man castrated himself to cultivate a powerful technique, then later restored his manhood, only to be rejected by his beloved because it wasn't original. The man was Chu Xuan, and the book in his hand detailed the tragic life of the evil king. Following the principle of know thy enemy, Chu Xuan would often read such historical anecdotes in his spare time. It turned out that the evil king castrated himself in his youth to cultivate a powerful technique, only to find out later that his enemy was even stronger without self-castration and even married his beloved. Unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. The evil king's heart was broken, and he went mad, eventually massacring millions just to restore his manhood. The blood demon technique that has been passed down to this day was created by this evil king. Eventually, he succeeded in restoring his manhood with this powerful demonic technique, killed his enemy, and even captured his former beloved. But she coldly remarked, "Compared to my previous husband, you're too soft, too boring." The evil king instantly succumbed to his inner demons and died. Serves you right. What a tragic story. Just as he was engrossed in his reading, the butler arrived with Chu Qianming's summons, ordering the 13th young master back to the main residence. Why would that old man suddenly call me back? Could it be that he went to Wan Chang again to inquire about Zhong Hui's whereabouts? Wan Chang probably just responded with I don't know. After all, my invisibility cloak isn't a joke. Since even Black Moon Tower can determine the evil cult's movements, the old man must still be worried about me, his precious son. After all, I'm Chu Qiu Luo's only biological child. I'm not going back. I'm living well here. Chu Xuan refused outright. He'd been a recluse for almost a year. Going back now would ruin his streak. The butler assumed Chu Xuan was worried about punishment. Don't worry, 13th young master. They said he won't hold your past mistakes against you. Go back to the main residence. I said I'm not going back. It's much more comfortable here. Chu Xuan persisted, refusing to budge. Fine. The butler was speechless and could only return to report to the. As soon as he left, the system notification sounded. Ding. For refusing to return to the main residence and choosing to continue your reclusive life, you are rewarded with the True Essence Tea. Chu Xuan was overjoyed. It was his favorite random system reward time. The Harmony realm focused on refining Qi, while the True realm focused on comprehending true meaning, which required extremely high talent and perception. The True Essence Tea could help one comprehend the Heavenly Tao's true meaning and break through to the True Realm. Chu Xuan unceremoniously accepted the reward. He was already at the 8th level of the Harmony Realm, about to enter the 9th. The True Realm was within sight. With the True Essence Tea, he could experience the Heavenly Tao's true meaning in advance, greatly shortening his breakthrough time. What are you waiting for? Time to brew some tea. This tea smells amazing. Let's try it. After finishing the tea, Chu Xuan felt a strange sensation. After carefully reflecting and savoring the aftertaste, Chu Xuan's eyes widened. Oh my god. I've directly broken through to the 9th level of the Harmony Realm. The True Realm is within reach. The tea in this man's hand was no ordinary tea. It was True Essence Tea, capable of directly boosting one's cultivation level. This young girl only took a small sip, and the next second, her eyes widened in shock, exclaiming, oh my god. The man was Chu Xuan. He had just received a reward for 10 months of seclusion. An Earth-grade weapon, the Mystic Flame Bell. This bell contained mystic flame, capable of incinerating everything. Overjoyed, Chu Xuan thought, an Earth-grade weapon. This system is too generous. I bet the worst weapon it gives is heavenly grade, maybe even divine grade. His cultivation was already on the cusp of the True Realm. Perhaps a few more cups of tea would push him directly into the True Realm. Just then, a familiar voice came through the courtyard door. 13th brother, I've reached the 3rd level of the Profound Realm. All thanks to 3rd uncle's guidance. This excited young girl was Chu Yun, Chu Xuan's cousin. 13th brother, you have to work hard on your cultivation. Like this won't do. You can't embarrass third uncle. Chu Xuan felt awkward hearing this. Hey, you don't understand. This kind of carefree life is the best. Why bother with tiring cultivation every day? Chu Xuan said as he lifted his teacup. Here, Yuna, try this tea. Chu Yun took the tea and drank it in one gulp. The next second, her eyes widened as she felt a surge of energy within her. 13th brother, this tea is amazing. Does it have any other special effects? I feel so much more energetic. Chu Yun couldn't quite explain the specific sensation, but her face flushed red with excitement. Seeing Mai Hong glowing with joy, Chu Xuan couldn't help but smile foolishly beside her. This was left by his father, so naturally, it wouldn't be ordinary. Chu Xuan was determined to let Yun Mai drink Wuzhen tea every day. However, when it came to the true scripture, she was quite inquisitive. After an unknown amount of time, Chu Yun, after waking up from her tea-induced slumber, suddenly asked Chu Xuan why she had never seen him leave the courtyard. Faced with the goddess question, he naturally couldn't tell her that he was a homebody. In cultivating. Chu Yun, of course, didn't believe him. Since she hadn't seen Chu Xuan cultivate nor any improvement in his strength, she pressed him further. You don't understand. I cultivate the heart. To be honest, the higher the realm of the heart, the higher the realm of cultivation. Chu Xuan pretended to be profound. The innocent Chu Yun understood this as, is it because your heart's realm isn't high enough, that your strength is so weak? Could this also be a cultivation method passed down by third uncle? It's so strange. Yes, yes, yes. It's a secret method from my father. In the early stages, it looks weak, but once it matures, one can soar to the heavens. Chu Xuan seized the opportunity to explain. This method isn't for everyone. It's very special, so the reason I don't return to the organization is because of this. He thought, truly ingenious of me. With this excuse, Chu Yun won't ask about the organization again. Chu Yun seemed to understand, and said that Chu Xuan would no longer need to return to be disturbed. Oh my god. This intelligence agency messed up again and again, yet they still dare to call themselves the best in Qin. The intelligence agency in question is called Black Moon Tower. This dumbfounded man is Wan Changgui, the manager of the Black Moon Tower's Qin branch. Just now, Wan Changgui denied his intelligence for the third time. Based on reliable information, Zhong Kuei is, this bristly old man is Chu Qianming, the patriarch of the Chu family, one of the three great families of Qin. This was his fourth visit to the tower, and he was no longer the naive fool who believed everything Wan Changgui said. Are you sure who's the fool? Wan Changgui spread his hands. Black Moon Tower's intelligence is never wrong. Most likely, he was killed by a non-Qin expert. No one knew where his confidence came from. Nor did he seem embarrassed. In fact, Wan Changgui truly wasn't embarrassed. He thought, even if Zhong Kuei isn't dead, as soon as he shows up, Black Moon Tower will kill him immediately. That way, our information will still be correct. So, with the threat eliminated, regarding Chu Xiong's purchase of information, I can personally accept a commission from Chu Xiong as private compensation. How about that? Wan Changgui looked at Chu Qianming expectantly, hoping he wouldn't complain. After all, the yen bonus was coming soon. With Wan Changgui personally involved, this was a rare opportunity. Chu Qianming's small eyes twinkled. Alright, since Wan Xiong has said so, I won't pursue the matter. However, I do have something I'd like to entrust to Wan Xiong. Could you investigate the recent whereabouts of my son, Chu Xuan? Don't worry. I'll personally request Black Moon Tower to look into this. As soon as there's news, you'll inform Chu Xiong immediately. Thank you, Wan Xiong. As soon as Chu Qianming left, Black Moon Tower received a report from a scout. Zhong Kuei was not dead, he was still alive. Then where is he? This time, Wan Changgui learned his lesson and didn't just say I don't know. He hurriedly told the informant, Zhong Kuei appeared briefly, but we couldn't kill him in time. He escaped using some kind of secret technique. Wan Changgui wasn't panicked after hearing this. Instead, he was relieved that he had already announced Zhong Kuei's death to the public, only mentioning it once to Chu Qianming, but he couldn't show it in front of his subordinates. Continue to track him. I don't believe he can truly disappear. Meanwhile, another incident occurred. This man simply picked up a pair of scissors, thinking, I'll trim the potted plants in the courtyard. The system notification rang loudly. Reward. Proficiency points. This young man is named Chu Xuan. Just now, Chu Yun, who had been cultivating with him, ran to his room early in the morning to announce that she had almost reached the 4th level of profound gold and planned to return to the main family to prepare for her breakthrough. Chu Xuan wasn't surprised by Yun Mai's rapid cultivation speed, but instead thought that once Yun Mai broke through to the 4th level of profound gold, that old man Chu Tianming would probably give up on the idea of an alliance with the Qin family. Watching Yun Mai's departing figure, Chu Xuan simply said, "Be careful on your way." With the rare peace and quiet, Chu Xuan picked up a cultivation manual, intending to cultivate peacefully. Suddenly, Chu Xuan realized something was amiss. This feeling was a breakthrough. Out of nowhere, a semi-transparent, illusory image of a golden rock materialized in his palm. Could this be the mark of the true realm? It's almost impossible to detect below the true realm. This is something materialized from spiritual energy. Just as Chu Xuan was pondering, the system notification dispelled his doubts. Congratulations, you've broken through to the true realm while staying home. Reward: Heavenly Golden Rock, another powerful pet. Its strength is at the 1st level of the true realm. It's quite cute, but when will it grow up? The Heavenly Golden Rock is an ancient divine beast, possessing extreme speed, capable of soaring to the 9 heavens and plunging to the 9 hells. Meow Meow, who had already smelled the scent of food, looked at her master with anticipation. As Chu Xuan pointed at Meow Meow, the Heavenly Golden Rock responded with a cry. Then, it entered a battle-ready stance, spreading its wings, with terrifying flames igniting behind it. Meow Meow, not to be outdone, shook her fluffy body, and a great battle was about to begin. All right, don't fight. It'll take you to the courtyard to get familiar with the environment. Chu Xuan picked up the 2 little creatures and instructed them to behave. After sending the 2 pets out, Chu Xuan confirmed that he had indeed broken through to the true realm. Staying home for another year wasn't a big deal. Perhaps he could directly break through to the Earth realm with the rewards. Once he reached the Earth realm, he would be truly carefree. Just the thought made him happy. Just then, a potted plant in the corner caught his eye. It's too messy. I need to trim it. This kind of life is so comfortable, but I lack a beautiful maid. Sigh. Less than 3 seconds later, another system notification triggered. Congratulations. You've successfully trimmed a potted plant. Your mood has improved. Reward: Myriad Things Compendium and Myriad Refinement Golden Book. The Myriad Things Compendium records all the spiritual plants and treasures between heaven and earth. With the Myriad Things Compendium, you can recognize any spiritual plant or treasure, even a single blade of grass. The Myriad Refinement Golden Book is a pill refinement manual, containing countless pill recipes and the wisdom of countless alchemists. They are both quite thick, perfect for killing time. These pill recipes are something Chu Yun can learn. You'll put a few recipes into her cultivation notes. Once Chu Yun learns them, her status in the Chu family will surpass Chu Jing's, perhaps even mine. If Chu Tianming knew, he'd be even more reluctant to let Chu Yun leave. Look, this anxious man, unable to contain his excitement, raised his arm to stop the approaching girl. The girl's name is Chu Yun, the Yun Mai the man mentioned. Chu Yun had just broken through to the 4th level of profound gold and came specifically to tell Chu Xuan. Chu Xuan appeared quite calm. After all, with the Wuzhen tea he gave her, it was hard for her to cultivate slowly. But he still offered verbal encouragement. Not bad, you've broken through very quickly. By the way, I found a pill recipe from Father's notes the other day and put it in your cultivation notes. Go take a look. Chu Yun was shocked. This is a pill recipe for the soul continuing pill. If I can refine the soul continuing pill, I might have a chance to break through to the harmony stage. But why didn't Father teach me this recipe? Chu Xuan, seeing Chu Yun's confusion, realized his mistake. Could it be that the origin of this pill recipe is special? Should I learn it? Will it bring trouble to the Chu family? Chu Yun became more and more worried. Chu Xuan thought, women are so troublesome. I knew about this pill recipe long ago. Father told me to learn it, but I was too lazy. Chu Xuan was quite satisfied with this explanation, but pill recipes are too precious in Nanju. We must be careful. If it's leaked and obtained by powerful forces in Nanju, the Chu family will face annihilation. Chu Xuan had never seen Chu Yun so cautious. Before he could comfort her, Chu Yun emphasized again, especially if it's discovered by the evil King Pavilion, the consequences would be disastrous. I'd better learn it secretly and practice outside, finding a hidden place. Is this the change after breaking through to the 4th level of profound gold? Afraid that Chu Yun would continue questioning, Chu Xuan quickly changed the subject. Right. Chu Xuan gave Chu Yun a jade pendant, saying it was left by his father and he didn't need it, so he gifted it to Chu Yun. Still worried, Chu Xuan contacted Zhong Kuei through a soul mark, asking him to secretly protect Chu Yun. Zhong Kuei's strength was at the 9th level of void spirit. And under the control of the soul mark, he was absolutely loyal. Within the Qin kingdom, he should be safe. Okay. With that arranged, I can relax. Look, this is an ordinary looking cave, but inside, it's a different story. This cave is located in the Purple Moon Forest. Deep within the cave lies an underground palace. An old man was analyzing the current situation with his subordinates. Another protector has fallen in Qin, and this matter is related to the Chu family. This anxious-looking old man is Yuan Kuan, the vice leader of the Purple Moon sect. But wasn't the protector lost in the internal conflict of the Qin branch? A sect expert asked with a confused expression. Even so, who knows the truth? Besides, if it weren't for the Chu family's interference, our sect wouldn't be in this situation, Yuan Kuan said fiercely. The Purple Moon sect had lost more than 10 elders, even the sect leader was seriously injured. And all of this started with the Chu family disrupting the sect's plans. Summon all the elders. This debt must be settled with the Chu family. In less than an hour, the palace was filled with people. Who will avenge our Purple Moon sect? Yuan Kuan commanded. The elders hesitated. The Chu family's overall strength is not as strong as ours, but it's not weak either. Moreover, Qin is not our territory. A rash attack might lead to unforeseen consequences. Some elders disagreed. Indeed, our main target is still the ZU kingdom. Many sect elders felt resentful. HMPH, the Chu family matter cannot be forgotten. Don't forget, they ruined our sect's years of planning. Once the royal court is able to intervene, they won't let the Chu family off either. Yuan Kuan snorted, continuing his analysis. Moreover, we don't necessarily have to fight the Chu family directly. I heard that Chu Quluo's son was expelled from the family. Since we can directly confront the Chu family, why not capture Chu Quluo's son? That can also appease our anger somewhat. Chu Quluo's son has been expelled. What use is he? Yuan Kuan snapped. He's Chu Quluo's son, not some stray cat or dog. Even if he's useless, as long as he's Chu Quluo's son, he's valuable. That's right. Besides, Chu Quluo might not be dead. If he returns one day, we can send his son to the royal court as a hostage, forcing him to submit. The elder who had questioned earlier immediately changed his tune. In that case, you'll make a trip. All eyes turned to a thin elder. Seeing that the elders had reached a consensus, Yuan Kun's gloomy face finally relaxed a little. Then he'll leave it to Elder Lu Yuan, who's most skilled in stealth. On the other side, Chu Xuan was relaxing in his courtyard, basking in the sun, sipping Wuxian tea, happily waiting for the rewards for staying home for a year. Perhaps he was too relaxed. Chu Xuan stretched, complaining about the recent inactivity of the evil sect. Suddenly, he received a barrier warning. An intruder. The evil sect is here again. After breaking through to the true realm, Chu Xuan felt much more confident. However, caution was still necessary. The intruder's strength was at the 3rd level of Void Spirit, an elder-level figure. But why hadn't Zhongkue informed him? You'd never guess it, this small fry sect leader who volunteered to teach that fetal respiration brat a lesson, Lu Yuan, is actually plotting a coup. Among the coordinating elders of the Purple Moon country, he's not the strongest, but he's the best at running away. Just now, Lu Yuan, believing himself perfectly hidden, accidentally touched Chu Xuan's inescapable soul mark. The tranquil courtyard instantly turned chaotic. Lu Yuan cursed internally, thinking Chu Xuan's courtyard security was so lax, not even a single guard, making things easy for him. At that moment, the courtyard door opened, revealing a young man, Chu Xuan, son of Chu Luo. Chu Xuan's face was etched with exasperation. Why was everyone after his father? Without waiting for Chu Xuan to react, Lu Yuan lunged, found you. But just as he leapt, a sharp pain exploded in his head, sending him flying. He crashed to the ground. Dazed, Lu Yuan thought, wasn't Chu Luo's son supposed to be a toddler? An ambush. Looking up again, he saw a giant python appear out of thin air. Chu Xuan was unscathed. You're a demonic woman. I knew it. He realized Chu Luo's son was a ruse. Recovering, Lu Yuan ignored Chu Xuan's words, mesmerized by the python materializing from a storage ring. Did Chu Luo leave this for his son? Since there's no one else around, this isn't an ambush. I must seize this opportunity and escape. Not talking. Fine. Chu Xuan smirked. The python opened its jaws wide, swallowing Lu Yuan whole as he stared in terror. Covered in cold sweat, Lu Yuan raised his arms defensively, but the python vanished as abruptly as it appeared. A chilling thought struck Lu Yuan. Could this be the power of a true spirit realm expert? Chu Luo has a true spirit realm backing him. Looking at Chu Xuan's handsome face, he saw a resemblance to Chu Luo. You're Chu Luo. His mind reeled. The rumors of Chu Luo and his wife losing their cultivation were false. He must have had a breakthrough, faked his demise to avoid enemies. Even changing his appearance. Discovering this secret meant Lu Yuan was in mortal danger. Don't worry, I won't kill you. Chu Xuan smiled. I'm Chu Xuan, Chu Luo's son. Now tell me, which demonic sect are you from? I'm not from any demonic sect. I'm Elder Liu of the Purple Moon Country's demonic sect. Chu Xuan raised an eyebrow. Purple Moon Country. Coming to Qin Country to capture me. What's the meaning of this? Liu Yuan confessed, our vice sect leader suspects the Chu family was behind the sect leader's death. He sent me to capture you as proof. Chu Xuan was speechless. So his father's actions had caused ripples even in the Purple Moon Country. The Purple Moon Country's demonic sect dares to target my family. Don't blame me then. Chu Xuan reinforced Liu Yuan's soul mark with spiritual energy, ensuring his continued obedience. He then issued his first command. Use the opportunity of his supposed breakthrough to retaliate against the Purple Moon Country's demonic sect, killing as many as possible. Maybe hell even cripple their sect, easing the pressure on my family. Chu Xuan thought, pleased with his plan. Watching Liu Yuan leave, he mused, this should buy me some time. Once I reach the Earth Realm, the demonic king's court will be nothing to fear. Back in the underground palace, the Purple Moon Country's demonic sect elders were waiting. Where's the captive? Elder Yi glared at Liu Yuan. Did you fail again? HMPH, Liu Yuan scoffed. You always order me around. From now on, I'm the sect leader. The elders were stunned. Liu Yuan had lost his mind, claiming the sect leader's position. Who gave him the right? Liu Yuan continued his arrogant display, I've had a breakthrough. The sect leader position is mine. Who agrees? Who opposes? What kind of delusional confidence possessed this minor elder? Liu Yuan, once a small fry sect leader, had become utterly consumed by his arrogance. The elders' faces darkened. You've had a breakthrough and now you're acting like this. You dare challenge the sect leader. The stronger elders were especially furious. This is suicide. Elder Sheng, who had a good relationship with Liu Yuan, tried to intervene. Liu Yuan, what are you saying? We're brothers. You can't joke like this. Liu Yuan brushed him off. You're useless. Aligning with you was a mistake. Elder Sheng's face turned green. You ungrateful bastard. Who agrees, who opposes? Liu Yuan continued, ignoring him. Those who support me live, those who oppose me die. The demonic sect was not known for its kindness. The elders exchanged glances. Even the sect leader wouldn't speak so brazenly. You think you're a demonic king's court elder? I oppose. So what? Elder Sheng was the first to stand up. Good, then die. Liu Yuan attacked instantly. Elder Sheng was caught completely off guard. Liu Yuan's attack was swift and brutal. Elder Sheng barely reacted, raising his arm in defense. An arm flew off, followed by a spray of blood. Liu Yuan, you're insane. Another elder intervened, saving Elder Sheng's life. You dare attack me? You're all dead. Liu Yuan roared, attacking again. Damn it. The intervening elder cursed. Liu Yuan had truly lost it. The other elders were terrified. Liu Yuan, stop. Well, explain your defiance. Submit or die. Liu Yuan raged. The demonic sect elders were stunned. Liu Yuan was completely out of control. You think you're the demonic king? Kill him. Elder Zheng screamed, clutching his wound. You first. Liu Yuan's blade flashed with a terrifying power. Elder Zheng fell, dead before the horrified elders could react. This power, it's the breakthrough energy. Has been influenced by it, driving him mad. The strongest elder, a bald man, was also shocked by this terrifying power. He rallied the others, restrained him. But Liu Yuan, amidst the continuous bursts of power, his body unable to contain the true spirit realm energy, began to radiate a chaotic aura. Die. All of you die. Liu Yuan laughed maniacally, his body swelling. No. The bald elder was horrified. He's going to self-destruct. A blinding flash, and the underground palace collapsed in a deafening roar. Yuan Chong, the vice sect leader, sensed the explosion and rushed to the scene, fearing an attack. He found only the bald elder, barely alive, leaning against a wall. Who did this? No enemies were in sight. Yuan Chong was furious. That bastard Liu Yuan. The bald elder coughed up blood. I'm going to kill him. Yuan Chong was stunned. Liu Yuan. He has that kind of power. Everyone's dead. Only I survived. The bald elder gasped. Yuan Chong's face paled. All dead. 70% of our elders. This is a devastating loss. How will we face the other sects? The bald elder continued to cough up blood, glaring at the panicked Yuan Chong. Give me a healing pill. I can still fight. Yuan Chong finally turned back. Here? Now tell me what happened. If one looked closely, one could see the barely concealed fear in his eyes. Just moments ago, Liu Yuan single-handedly devastated the Purple Moon Country's demonic sect's underground palace. Father, you effortlessly slayed thousands, earning 10 years of cultivation and a heavenly thunder talisman. The system's voice rang out. Chu Xuan was invigorated. This counterattack had been fruitful. The 10 years of cultivation surged through him, raising his strength from True Spirit Realm 1st level to True Spirit Realm 3rd level. The higher the realm, the slower the progress. 10 years of cultivation only raised me 2 levels. Chu Xuan examined the Heavenly Thunder Talisman, a single-use explosive imbued with a sliver of Heavenly Thunder's power, effective against demonic cultivators. Its explosive power is enough to severely injure a True Spirit Realm 1st level cultivator. Chu Xuan understood. This was this world's version of a grenade. He decided to give any troublesome demonic cultivators a few talismans, sending them to the demonic king's court. After this incident, Chu Xuan hoped for some peace. The Purple Moon Country's demonic sect was crippled. Surely they wouldn't send anyone else. Amidst his wishful thinking, Chu Xuan felt Zhong Hui's soul mark stir, signaling an urgent matter. He immediately focused. Could it be a demonic king's court expert? Soon, a figure appeared in the courtyard. It was Zhong Hui. What's the matter? Chu Xuan asked calmly, sipping his tea. The soul mark could transmit Chu Xuan's will, but Zhong Hui could only send simple messages, requiring face-to-face communication for details. Master, Yuan Chong, the Purple Moon Country's demonic sect vice-sect leader, has colluded with Yu Wang, the Qin Country's demonic sect leader, to assassinate the Chu family's experts. Chu Xuan was surprised. Yuan Chong hadn't come for him but still targeted the Chu family. If successful, the Chu family would suffer greatly, potentially losing key figures like Chu Qin or Chu Yun. Chu Xuan was annoyed. Not this again. The Chu family can't be in chaos. I'm still a Chu, and their losses would affect my peaceful cultivation. Chu Xuan thought for a moment. Leak this information to the Chu family, including the target and time frame. They'll know how to handle it. Your task is to protect Miss Chu Yu. Understand? Yes, master. Zhong Hui bowed. Chu Xuan had another idea. Chu Yun needed resources for cultivation. Gather spirit herbs and treasures for Chu Yun. Use your discretion. He then took out various spirit pills for Zhong Hui to sell, exchanging them for currency. To ensure Chu Yun's safety, Chu Xuan conjured 2 giant pythons, each possessing the strength of a peak True Spirit Realm cultivator. Though their power wouldn't last. They were formidable in Qin country. Approach Chu Yun. One python will merge with him, the other is for your protection. Thank you, master. Zhong Hui was thrilled, now fearless with the python's protection. Chu Xuan also gave him a soul fusion pill, hoping he would break through to the soul integration realm. Zhong Hui was overwhelmed with gratitude. Chu Qianming also half understood the alloy realm, but to break through to the viral realm with his current level, he absolutely could without relying on pills. However, Chu Xuan wasn't planning to give him that chance. This cheap grandfather always looked down on him, sneering every time they met. It was better to wait for Chu Yun to refine the void pill. With Chu Qianming's breakthrough relying on that, Chu Yun's position in the Chu family would become unshakable. This old man's talent isn't that great, Chu Xuan thought. Otherwise, why did no one doubt that his own father, Chu Qiuluo, could break through to the alloy realm, even to the true realm? Could his father's cultivation technique be stronger? Impossible. If there was such a powerful technique, his father would have passed it down to the Chu family. Chu Xuan knew his father still had feelings for the Chu family. To be able to break through to the alloy realm without the true golden pill, this meant he could even reach the true realm. Truly impressive talent, Chu Xuan marveled. No wonder he could dominate his generation in the Qin kingdom and be hailed as the most talented Chu family member in 1,000 years. Look. This pervert's next actions are truly shocking. He actually kept zooming in on a girl's chest. Just now, Chu Xuan received the month-checking reward. The enhanced soul refining diagram. His previous soul refining diagram had weakened considerably, almost losing its effectiveness. Chu Xuan only looked at it for 2 or 3 seconds, and he felt like he was sinking into it. His head swelled, and his blood boiled. The effect was significant. Even at the Earth realm, the enhanced soul refining diagram would still be effective. But by then, he would probably receive another enhanced version. The first edition of the soul refining diagram was now obsolete and useless to Chu Xuan, but in the southern prefecture, it would be considered a top-tier treasure. Li Ding, helpless. Chu Xuan. Every day, Chu Qing was studying the map on the wall. Last time he was nearly assassinated by the heretical sect, barely escaping with his life thanks to his protective shield. He was very familiar with the heretical sect. These days, Head mobilized the Chu family's intelligence network, secretly investigating the sect, determined to eradicate them. Head considered buying information from the Black Moon Pavilion, but their prices for heretical sect information were exorbitant. He could only rely on the Chu family's intelligence system. Chu Xuan was Chu family territory, and their intelligence network was quite powerful there. However, due to a lack of investigative spiritual tools and protective equipment, it was difficult to uncover the sect's key figures. At that moment, a steward rushed in. "Young Master Qing, someone delivered a letter." Chu Qing looked up. "Who delivered it?" "It's not from the other 3 families, nor the Black Moon Pavilion." "Who is it?" The steward shook his head. Chu Qing took the letter and his expression suddenly changed. "A request for an audience." The steward stammered, "It's from the Savage King Forest." Chu Qiuhai was Chu Qianming's 4th son. His talent was average among his siblings, only recently having stepped into the first level of the Void Realm. What business did he have with Chu Qing? Chu Qiuhai rushed in, and Chu Qing handed him the letter. After Chu Qiuhai finished reading, he looked up seriously. "Fourth uncle, how credible do you think this is?" "The credibility should be high. Regardless, we must be prepared. This matter is beyond our ability to handle. You'll return to the family immediately," Chu Qiuhai said, rushing out with the letter. In a small village near Chu family territory, on a mountainside, nestled within a cave, Chu Yun stared intently at the pill furnace, his body brimming with spiritual energy. "Success," Chu Yun whispered, a controlled power emanating from his hand. Chapter. Practicing the Xiandan, Chu Yun opened the pill furnace. Inside, a fragrant aroma wafted out, and within it, several blood-red pills shimmered, varying in size. 4 of the pills were deemed failures. Of the remaining 8, 5 were of average quality, but 3 had reached high-grade quality. They were perfectly round, smooth, and glossy, exuding a potent medicinal aura. Chu Yun was overjoyed. He silently reviewed the Xiandan refinement process, identifying areas for improvement for his next attempt. He was out of medicinal herbs. He needed to buy more to continue practicing the Xiandan until he mastered it. The next step was to cultivate his spirit. As Chu Yun stepped outside, he was startled by a large net suddenly flying towards him. Before he could react, the net enveloped him completely. Chu Yun hurriedly examined himself. He discovered a storage pouch hidden inside his clothes, seemingly placed there by whoever cast the net. Based on where the net had appeared from, he suspected it came from a small kitchen nearby. He looked around but found no one. Checking the storage pouch, he was shocked to find not only the herbs needed for Xiandan refinement but also a vast quantity of other herbs, along with hundreds of thousands of spirit stones. Who could have given him this? His grandfather was unlikely. He had no reason to be so secretive. Considering the hidden location of the pouch, Chu Yun suspected a senior had discovered his potential and was testing him. He felt he had encountered a hidden expert. With the storage pouch, Chu Yun confidently returned to his cave to continue his practice. Outside, 2 figures spoke. "You protect young Master Chu Yun. You'll report back to the sect." Zhong Kuei bowed to Dong Qian before swiftly departing. The demonic cult was planning to attack the Chu clan. As the first vice-sect leader, Zhong Kuei was privy to the plan. He needed to inform the Chu clan immediately. After all, his loyalty lay with the Chu clan's patriarch. The demonic cult meant nothing to him. It seemed this man had his own agenda. This meant no one could hide their true intentions from him in the future. Just then, Zhong Kuei returned. Chu Xian, after hearing his report, was slightly surprised. Chu Yun seems to have a talent for Xiandan refinement. He's already at this level in such a short time. Very good. Continue providing him with the necessary materials. Chu Xian nodded in satisfaction. Sparing Zhong Kuei's life had indeed been the right decision. Having a loyal informant was valuable. Moreover, Zhong Kuei's position as first vice-sect leader meant he was both capable and well-informed. Chu Xian then gave him a bottle of Xiandan pills, also wanting to improve Dong Qian's strength. After all, weak subordinates were of little use. With these 2 loyal subordinates, Chu Xian didn't need to worry about betrayal. Naturally, the stronger they were, the better. 13th Young Master. Our Chu clan, allied with the He clan, has launched a preemptive strike, utterly crushing the demonic cult. An excited voice reported from outside. I hear the battle was fierce. The demonic cult leader, Wu Wang, even used their prized treasure, but he was still no match for the combined might of our 2 clans. Wu Wang was severely injured and fled, while the other demonic cult experts were almost completely eliminated. Chu Xian took a large bite of his meal, thinking that if he hadn't received the intelligence beforehand, the Chu clan's victory wouldn't have been so decisive. The reporting elder continued, the demonic cult's strength in the ZU country has been almost completely eradicated. It will take them a long time to recover. Chu Xian continued eating, satisfied. The demonic cult wouldn't be causing trouble again anytime soon. Father, you're a genius strategist, effortlessly foiling the demonic cult's plot. A system reward suddenly arrived, delighting Chu Xian. This further confirmed the Chu clan's victory. Heaven's Eye insight. unlocks the ability to probe the origins and past of any being. Chu Xuan read the description. Besides vibranium, this secret technique was incredibly powerful. It could reveal a being's true nature and even their past, provided it was significant. Ordinary beings were not worth probing. With Heaven's Eye insight, no one could hide their identity from Chu Xuan. He could instantly discern their origins and nature. Excited, Chu Xuan immediately used Heaven's Eye insight on Tian Mai. Tian Mai. Celestial Spirit Cat, Origin. Divine Realm. After reading only a few words, Chu Xuan felt a splitting headache and a surge of blood rush to his head. He hurriedly stopped. Tian Mai's origins were extraordinary. Using Heaven's Eye insight on such a powerful being was too taxing for his current spiritual strength. He could only glean a small piece of information. Chu Xuan took a medicinal pill to recover. He decided not to probe Han Tian and Jin Peng for now. The system had already provided their basic information. Besides, they were both powerful beings, and probing them was beyond his current abilities. With the demonic cult's defeat, the Chu clan enjoyed a period of peace. Half a month before the 1-year mark, someone Chu Xuan didn't want to see returned. Chu Yuan, his third oldest cousin, a fervent admirer of Chu Luo, Chu Xuan's father. 2 years ago, Chu Yuan had left to cultivate, supposedly leaving Qi country. Upon his return, he immediately sought out Chu Xuan, looking at him with disapproval. 13th, look at you. Do you think you're honoring third uncle's memory? Chu Xuan winced. His relationship with Chu Yuan was strained because of his constant judgment. Don't you have any ambition? Third uncle is missing, and you haven't even tried to get stronger to find him. You're such a disappointment. Chu Yuan turned away in frustration. Chu Xuan rolled over, ignoring him. Chu Yuan's hands trembled. He idolized Chu Luo. From a young age, he had trained under Chu Luo, inheriting his martial arts style. Seeing Chu Xuan's apathy infuriated him. Get up. Chu Yuan grabbed Chu Xuan. Chu Xuan remained motionless. Third cousin, are you trying to damage my father's bed with your roughhousing? Chu Yuan paused, his face darkening. You dare speak of my third uncle with such disrespect? Not at all. I just don't want to be disturbed. Chu Xuan turned to face him. Third cousin, everyone has their own way of life. This is mine, and I'm content with it. Besides, even my father never bothered me like this. Chu Yuan sputtered, pointing at him. Chu Xuan sat down beside him, taking a swig of wine. Chu Xuan glanced at him. This guy was clearly hiding something. He didn't pry. Chu Xuan was the most talented among his peers, while Chu Qingming was favored. He was far inferior to Chu Xuan in cultivation. Chu Xuan was considered the strongest, already at the first level of spirit refinement. However, Chu Xuan noticed Chu Yuan wasn't cultivating the Chu clan's techniques. He either learned a different style during his travels or was taught by Chu Luo in secret. Chu Yuan sighed after a few drinks. 13th, your desire for a peaceful life might be the right choice after all. Chu Yuan trailed off, sounding like he had something important to say. Could something have happened? Chu Xuan's relationship with Chu Yuan hadn't been close before he regained his past life memories, but Chu Yuan genuinely cared for him. If he could help, Chu Xuan wouldn't hesitate. This mother and daughter are so unfortunate. Despite being the Qin country's princess, the mother was humiliated by Chu Luo, and now the daughter might suffer the same fate. This is a cruel twist of fate. Chu Yuan revealed he would be leaving soon, with no set return date, and perhaps not at all, but he promised to keep searching for information about Chu Luo and would send word if he found anything. Chu Yuan handed Chu Xuan a small, tattered scroll. The Chu clan siblings may not show it, but for your safety, you should cultivate this technique and present it to grandfather. Your position in the Chu clan is precarious. The scroll seemed incomplete. It was made of a special animal hide meant for preserving texts and even storing spiritual will. The characters were inscribed with spiritual energy. Chu Yuan placed the scroll in Chu Xuan's hands, along with a bottle of pills. He stood up and bowed slightly. Strive to reach the spirit spring realm soon. Watching Chu Yuan's dejected figure, Chu Xuan wondered what was troubling him. Perhaps a heartbreak. It seemed likely. He opened the scroll. It was an incomplete earth-grade cultivation technique, only half the complete text. Even so, it was incredibly valuable. The Chu clan had relied on half a sky-grade technique for thousands of years, allowing them to reach the earth realm but never the sky realm. According to the scroll, the absence of sky realm cultivators in the Nanju region was due to a devastating war that shattered the region's spiritual veins, making it impossible to reach the sky realm. Chu Xuan shook his head. This half-earth-grade technique, he couldn't comprehend it at all. But if it's just an ordinary mystic realm breakthrough, the Chu clan wouldn't value it so much. The difference between the Great Mystic Manual and ordinary ones is too vast. Chu Yuan gave this cultivation technique to me hoping I'd gain Chu Qianming's attention and elevate my status in the Chu clan. This way, I can continue living a peaceful and carefree life. Alright, I don't know what Chu Yuan is thinking. It seems like he wants to leave. Did he provoke a powerful enemy and needs protection? I don't understand. I won't pay too much attention. At most, you'll have Zhong Hui keep an eye on him and rescue him if necessary. That bastard. The second day after Chu Yuan returned, Chu Qianming's furious roar echoed throughout the ancestral home. An explosion of rage. That old geezer is about to explode. His first thought was that this was related to Chu Yuan. To be able to anger Chu Qianming to such an extent, it seems the matter is not small. You'll have Qian Maiyao investigate and see what happened. Even from this distance, Chu Xian could sense Chu Qianming's uncontrollable rage. Don't tell me he wants to kill Chu Yuan. That old man wouldn't be so. Chu Qianming is furious. Chu Yuan wants to break off his engagement with his fiancée, Princess Qiyun of the Qin Kingdom. Such a match is a rare opportunity, yet it's been rejected. The other party is Qin Qiyun. The 14 clans of the Qin Kingdom share power, but the Qin royal family is the ultimate authority. Breaking off the engagement repeatedly is a slap in the face for the Qin royal family. What made Chu Qianming even angrier was that Qin Qiyun's mother was the one whose engagement was broken off by his third son, Chu Qiuluo. Back then, after causing a scene in the Chu clan, she didn't marry into another clan but instead chose a husband from outside. Now, with Chu Yuan breaking off the engagement, it's like history repeating itself. The Qin and Chu clans might even become enemies because of this. I don't care who you like. You absolutely cannot break off the engagement. I'll arrange for you to meet her. Chu Yuan's father, Chu Xuan, was sweating profusely, his head lowered, not daring to look at his father. He also regretted letting his third brother lead him astray. What nonsense did he learn? He even learned how to break off engagements. Wasn't he getting along well with Qin Qiyun? It seemed like their relationship was good. Why did he suddenly break it off? Chu Qianming was about to explode again. Once the Qin clan finds out, they'll be furious. His third son broke off an engagement, and now his grandson is doing the same. And the one whose engagement is being broken is the daughter of the previous victim. Chu Yuan, however, remained calm. I've already informed the Qin clan. I've also told Qiyun frankly that, in my eyes, she's just a little sister. Chu Qianming clutched his chest, his blood boiling. He pointed at Chu Yuan, unable to speak for a long time. If he weren't at the peak of the Void Realm, half a step into the Harmony Realm, he would probably explode from anger. Grandfather, father, uncle, I'm here to say goodbye. I'm leaving the Chu clan. Chu Yuan remained calm. He knew he would face Chu Qianming's wrath, but he still had to inform them. Chu Qufeng's expression was complex. His two sons had always been intelligent, idolizing their third brother. But they even learned to break off engagements from him. Chu Qiuchang, the eldest of the Chu clan, also had a complex expression. The Chu brothers rarely fought, and their relationship was harmonious. But ever since Chu Qiuluo's incident, the Chu clan's atmosphere seemed to have changed. You're not allowed to leave. I'll inform the Qin clan immediately to come and settle this. Chu Qianming roared, almost wanting to demolish the Chu clan. Just as he finished speaking, the head butler rushed in, his face pale. Master, the Qin clan is here. Chu Qianming's face paled. Who is it? It's Qin Pingxia. What? Chu Qianming's face turned pale. That Qin Pingxia, who almost became his daughter-in-law, is here with her daughter to demand an explanation. Chu Xian sighed. Truly worthy of idolizing his father. He even learned to break off engagements. Even from so far away, he could hear Chu Qianming's roar. He could imagine how furious he was. If he weren't a cultivator, he'd probably have a stroke from anger. I wonder what will happen to Chu Yuan. Will he be locked up, or will he be forced to marry the Qin clan girl? But does the Qin clan girl want to marry him? Is this all voluntary? Feudal arranged marriages? Chu Xian shook his head. It's been quiet. Has Chu Yuan been locked up? Since he returned, he should have known the consequences. What a messed up family. Your dad broke off my engagement, so you'll marry me instead. Just now, in the grand hall of the Chu clan, a figure in red crossed the threshold. Qin Pingxia entered the Chu clan hall with a beautiful young girl trailing behind her, her head slightly bowed. Uncle Chu, does your Chu clan intend to break off the engagement? Qin Pingxia asked. Absolutely not. Chu Qianming denied instantly. Whether the Chu clan retracts or not is the Chu clan's business, but I, Chu Yuan, will not honor this engagement. Chu Yuan said calmly. You shut up. Chu Jianming roared. Grandfather Chu Yuan's protests were cut short. You asked Keyun. Does she like? I like Keyun finally spoke. Chu Xian. Chu Yuan was stunned. There, you heard it. If you dare to betray Keyun, he'll break your legs. Chu Jianming continued to roar. They couldn't afford another broken engagement. It would create cracks in the four clans alliance. And those cracks meant potential conflict. Chu Yuan gazed steadily at Qin Keyun. You shouldn't be bound by this so-called engagement. We've only met a few times. Do you really like me? I liked you the first time I saw you. Qin Keyun blushed. Critical hit. Such a huge development. Chu Yuan was a bit dazed. He took a deep breath. I have someone I like. It's impossible between us. Enough. Qin Pingxiao exploded. Do you think my Qin clan daughter is not worthy of your Chu clan son? Remembering Chu Qiuluo, she seethed. Now her own daughter was being rejected too. Qin Pingxiao would not allow another broken engagement. Lock him up. Make him reconsider. Chu Jianming, ashen-faced, ordered the head butler. Chu Yuan desperately pleaded with his grandfather, father, and uncle. Chu Yuan, may not be as talented, as strong, or as capable as my third uncle, but my will regarding the one I love will never lose to his. He was determined. You learn nothing but how to break off engagements like your third uncle. Fine. Drag him away. Lock him up. Make him reconsider. Chu Jianming raged. Chu Yuan ignored the head butler and looked at Qin Keyun. Keyun, you're a good person. You can find someone better. Goodbye. As everyone watched, Chu Yuan revealed a teleportation talisman in his hand. Then, with a flash, he vanished, leaving behind Chu Jianming's furious bastard, but it was too late. Bring him back. Chu Jianming roared. None of the Chu clan's third generation are any good. Qin Pingxiao glared coldly at the raging Chu Jianming, taking a deep breath. Chu Qiuluo's son was raised by you. You'll go see just how capable Chu Qiuluo's son is. With that, she turned and left with Qin Keyun, leaving Chu Jianming stunned and confused. Chu Qiuchang and Chu Qiufeng exchanged glances. This woman seemed ready to explode at any moment. Soon, the courtyard door opened, and Qin Pingxiao entered with Qin Keyun. Looking at Chu Xian lazily lying on a lounge chair, Qin Pingxiao felt a surge of anger. You're Chu Qiuluo's son, Chu Xian. Chu Xian glanced up. Who are you? Auntie. Sensing Qin Pingxia's displeasure, he innocently continued. What did you call me? Qin Pingxia's anger intensified. You're the same generation as my father. I should call you auntie, right? Should I call you sister instead? Chu Xian yawned, provoking her further. Qin Pingxiao turned to Chu Qiuchang and Chu Qiufeng. Does your Chu clan intend to break off the engagement? After some thought, Chu Qiuchang smiled wryly. This matter is indeed our Chu clan's fault. But as you can see, he has already run away. Whether we can catch him is another matter. Even if we force the marriage, it won't be fair to Keyun. Qin Pingxiao looked at Chu Xian. Chu Qiuluo rejected me. Then let his son marry. Hold on. Chu Xian was taken aback. Auntie, how old are you? You already have a daughter. Aren't you a bit too old for me? Like a cow eating tender grass. No wonder how dare you? Qin Pingxia's face darkened, her void realm cultivation base erupting. Chu Qiuchang reacted instantly, shielding his brother Chu Qiufeng and subtly gesturing for him to retreat. Seeing Chu Qiuchang struggling under her pressure, Qin Pingxiao withdrew her aura slightly and declared, since Chu Yuan is unwilling, then let Chu Xian marry my daughter. Could you believe this seemingly harmless girl's true identity could make the entire male lead tremble in fear? Just now, Qin Pingxiao took a deep breath. Since Chu Yuan is unwilling, then let Chu Xian marry my daughter. Since Chu Yuan is unwilling, then let Chu Xian marry my daughter. As soon as she finished speaking, Qin Keyun blushed and lowered her head. As mother wishes, what? Is she that fickle? She just said she liked Chu Yuan, and now she likes Chu Xian. Chu Qiuchang and Chu Qiufeng were speechless. I disagree. Chu Xian declared, reminding himself that he was the male lead. And why do you disagree? Qin Pingxiao looked at him coldly. Chu Xian stated seriously, in trash. Your daughter marrying me would be a disaster. How could he say he was trash so calmly? Where was his shame? What nonsense are you talking about? Marrying a trash like you. How could your daughter face anyone? Do you even care about her reputation? Chu Xian continued his serious act. Think about it, you were rejected by my father, and now you're letting your daughter marry me. A trash, So what will people think? They'll definitely think your daughter is unwanted and could only marry a trash rejected by my father. You were rejected, fine. Do you want your daughter to be seen as unwanted too, only able to marry trash like me? Qin Pingxia breathed heavily, struggling to contain her rage. After cultivating her temperament for over 20 years, her composure was about to break. Every word from Chu Xuan was not only calling her trash but also emphasizing that she was rejected by his father. None of the Chu clan's third generation are any good. Qin Pingxia gritted her teeth. Chu Xuan and Chu Xuan broke out in a cold sweat, fearing Qin Pingxia's outburst. With their strength, they couldn't withstand her. Chu Xuan, however, remained nonchalant. After all, he wasn't a member of the Chu clan. Chu Xuan wasn't a member of the Chu family. He has a point. Trash isn't worthy of my daughter. Qin Pingxia conceded grudgingly. You reject a woman who practically throws herself at you. Nonsense. Chu Xuan's eyes lit up. There was a reward for rejection. He inadvertently triggered the system's random reward again. Qin Pingxia gave Chu Xuan a deep look. Then, without a word, she turned and left. Qin Keyun blushed, glanced at Chu Xuan with a hint of regret, and then helplessly followed her mother. Chu Xuan frowned. Qin Keyun acted like an obedient girl, but for some reason, he felt something was off. He immediately used his heavenly secrets technique. Qin Keyun's mother. Qin Pingxia. Father. Unknown. A fox demon soul, reincarnated earth demon, currently in the revival stage. Deceptive appearance, cunning and ruthless nature. Enjoys handsome men. Chu Xuan exhaled. A fox demon soul, reincarnated earth demon, once a powerful earth realm expert, now in the revival stage. Innocent appearance, ruthless heart. This girl is not simple. And, she likes handsome men. Chu Xuan touched his face. Well, he was handsome, no doubt about that. No wonder she said she liked him. It seemed the Qin kingdom was about to change. The future of the Qin family was full of uncertainty due to Qin Qian's appearance. Was she a demon or human? Limited by his current strength, Chu Xuan couldn't further investigate Qin Qian's origins, like how she was born into the Qin family and the reason for her demonic soul's rebirth. He needed to be wary of this girl. Though she was still some time away from full recovery, and even longer from returning to the Earth realm, it was best to be cautious. As for Chu Yuan's engagement being broken off by Qin Keyun, being rejected by a demon wasn't something to be ashamed of. After some thought, Chu Xuan decided to warn Chu Yuan. Regardless, Chu Yuan had been sincere with him. He took out the heavenly golden rock wings. With the wings, he soared into the sky. Chu Xuan disappeared into the horizon. With the speed of the heavenly golden rock wings, finding Chu Yuan wasn't difficult. Checking the system reward history. Nihility heart fire, an invisible flame. Chu Xuan muttered, Nihility heart fire. Burns the heart, burns with rage. The Nihility heart fire was like the fire of anger in one's heart. It amplified a person's rage. It could ignite a person's anger, using rage as fuel. Only a spark of anger was needed to ignite it. Once ignited, it was unstoppable. Chu Xuan explored the power of the Nihility heart fire. It was truly insidious. Who wouldn't get angry sometimes? To kill someone, one only needed to provoke them slightly and ignite the Nihility heart fire. Once ignited, it couldn't be extinguished until the target exploded in rage. It was a silent killer. Those unaware would simply think the victim died from anger. It was a truly formidable weapon. Chu Yuan's situation seemed to have caused little commotion within the Chu family, but Chu Xuan knew better. There had been some subtle power shifts between the Chu and Qin families. He could imagine, with Qin Qian's earth demon soul reviving and her strength rapidly increasing, the Chu family would regret not marrying her to Chu Yuan. If Chu Yuan and Chu Fei hadn't messed up, Qin Qian's position in the Chu family would be unshakable. Chu Qianming might even disown Chu Yuan. Fortunately, all this had little to do with Chu Xuan. He only wanted a peaceful life. Qin Qian's revival was fine, as she wouldn't recover to the Earth realm anytime soon. The danger was not imminent. The 1-year mark was approaching, and the rewards would be substantial. For Chu Xuan, it wasn't far off. The barren lands of the southern region were common knowledge among cultivators. Whether in records or ancient legends, the barren lands were said to be the result of a great battle, causing the land to collapse and the rules to become incomplete. However, with Qin Qian's appearance, Chu Xuan suspected the cause of the barren lands might not be so simple. Where did Qin Qian come from? Was she a native earth demon of the southern region or from elsewhere? Information about the world outside the southern region was scarce, even in the records. Several thoughts flashed through Chu Xuan's mind. Without Earth realm strength, some plans were impossible. Moreover, if a reincarnated Earth demon like Qin Keyun existed, were there similar cases elsewhere in the southern region? Was Qin Keyun unique? Chu Xuan was more curious about why a fox demon would be reborn into the human race. How did her rebirth happen? Was it passive or active? Judging by her retained demon soul, an active rebirth seemed very likely. Chu Xuan thought about Qin Pingxia, the woman his father had ruined. She married a good for-nothing and gave birth to Qin Keyun, who was then betrothed to Chu Yuan. Was there a hidden motive? Why did Qin Pingxia still agree to the betrothal after being wronged? Moreover, Chu Yuan had always been under Chu Quluo's guidance, making him a valuable asset. The more Chu Xuan thought about it, the more he felt a conspiracy brewing. Chu Yuan broke off the engagement, yet Qin Keyun was now offered to him. Too convenient. Something was wrong with the Qin family. He needed to investigate. Once his strength was sufficient, any conspiracy would be insignificant. What kind of heretical ritual is this? At my age, I have to deal with this young man, just because he offended the protagonist. Ziyu, the leader of the heretical sect, looked at the dying old man, Kuan Wu, with hatred. Brother Kuan, please bear with it. After this is done, I will give you the complete blood spirit pearl. It's enough to extend your life by 10 years and increase your breakthrough chances. Unconvinced, Kuan Wu stared at Hu Quan for a long time and asked hoarsely, just to kill a few Chu family elders, you're willing to give away the blood spirit pearl? Are you serious? It is refined from nascent soul essences using a secret method, a treasure of the heretical sect. And the refining method of the blood spirit pearl is only held by the heretical king's court. This is also the reason for the heretical king's court's strength. Kuan Wu showed respect. Hu Quan was a veteran nascent soul heretical cultivator, stuck at the peak and unable to break through. This collaboration, my Hu Quan, my heretical sect has fallen to such a state, all because of the Chu family of the Qin kingdom. I can't swallow this anger. Hu Quan gnashed his teeth. The heretical sect's years of planning were ruined, and he was severely injured. Originally, the three cautious elders. But ever since the Chu family exposed and eliminated our spies, the heretical sect has been on the verge of collapse. And it all started with the Chu family. Our main target is Chu Quluo's son. As long as we capture him, we have plenty of ways to retaliate against the Chu family. Wu Quan groaned and took out the blood spirit pearl. And Chu Quluo's son is perfect for our revenge. I want to see if the Chu family will be careless. Seeing the sect leader so determined, Kuan Wu agreed. After all, he had been stuck at the nascent soul peak for too long, with his lifespan dwindling. This was an opportunity. The Chu family was strong, but with his skills and strength, as long as he didn't force his way in, he was confident he could escape. This trip was just to capture Chu Quluo's son and kill a few Chu family elders. He only needed to infiltrate the Chu family's territory, capture Chu Quluo's son, return, and kill a few Chu family elders as witnesses. Nothing more. By the time the Chu family's experts arrive, I will have already returned to the Ziyu kingdom with the blood spirit pearl. Once I break through to the core formation realm, even if the Chu family experts come, and even if I fail my breakthrough, I don't have many years left to live. What is there to be afraid of? Thinking of this, a sinister smile appeared on Kuan Wu's face. Kuan Wu accepted the blood spirit pearl and looked deeply at Hu Quan. Farewell. He turned and left. The Chu family was strong, and Chu Qianming's strength was formidable, and with his protective treasures, I'm not sure I can defeat Chu Qianming. Moreover, I'm old, and my strength has declined. But as long as I don't get trapped in the Chu family and avoid nascent soul 8th stage and above experts, I'm confident I can escape. This trip is just to capture Chu Quluo's son for the Qin family and kill a few Chu family elders. I just need to slightly infiltrate the Chu family territory, capture Chu Quluo's son, return, and kill a few Chu family elders as witnesses. There's no danger. By the time the Chu family experts arrive, he would have long since returned to Ziyu kingdom. Once he broke through to core formation, what did he have to fear? Thinking this, a sinister smile crept across Kuan Wu's face. Meanwhile, Chu Xuan counted down the days. Only 7 days left until the 1-year mark. Time flies. Almost a year has passed in this small courtyard. In less than a year, he had broken through from the reverse meridian realm all the way to the true realm. If word got out, 7 more days. There shouldn't be any unexpected issues or interruptions. Steadily growing stronger, what could be better? Suddenly, Chu Xuan sighed helplessly. Someone was approaching the courtyard. What's with these heretical sect people? Why do they always come straight for me every time they visit the Chu family? Kuan Wu, upon arriving at the courtyard, immediately sealed the surrounding area to prevent any communication. Even if someone shouted, no one would notice. You are Chu Luo's son. He looked at Chu Xuan, who sat in a chair, expressionless. I am indeed Chu Luo's son. But I don't understand why your heretical sect is after me. Did my father destroy your sect's foundation or something? Chu Xuan took a sip of tea. Young man, I'm not from the heretical sect. I'm merely hired by them. Come quietly. Kuan Wu smiled. He reached for Chu Xuan. Surprised it wasn't someone directly from the heretical sect, Chu Xuan simply said, kneel. Instantly, Kuan Wu fell to his knees. True word technique. Words become reality, commands become law. Chu Xuan, with his true realm third stage strength, used the true word technique on the nascent soul peak Kuan Wu. His power, like the law of the great Tao, left Kuan Wu without any resistance. So, as my strength increases, the true word technique's power also improves. It's not limited to verbal commands, but can also control those weaker than me, making my words law. Kuan Wu broke out in a cold sweat, his spiritual energy sealed. Don't try to stand up, don't try to run. Stay kneeling. Chu Xuan continued calmly. His words fell, and Kuan Wu's surging spiritual energy subsided. The thought of escape vanished. Kuan Wu trembled, terror filling his heart. What kind of power is this? Legendary Earth Realm. He's Chu Luo's son. Who are you kidding? The Chu family is hiding something terrifying. Kuan Wu cursed Hu Quan in his mind. Explain your purpose here. Chu Xuan continued using the true word technique. Kuan Wu confessed everything. He felt bitter. Why did he spill everything with just one word from the other party? He had no resistance at all. After hearing Kuan Wu's confession, Chu Xuan was speechless. The heretical sect was insane. They were almost destroyed and still wouldn't stop. Did cultivating heretical techniques damage their brains? Chu Xuan decided not to control Kuan Wu permanently. Too useless. Stuck at nascent soul peak, unable to break through. What terrible talent. Anyone with decent talent would have broken through to core formation by now. Waste of resources. About to die. What a waste to let him break through. Chu Xuan didn't kill Kuan Wu directly, but controlled him with his soul sense. Remembering the heavenly thunder talismans from the system reward, he took out several. He stuffed the talismans into Kuan Wu's hands and controlled him to head towards the heretical king's court. Why not cause some chaos? Let's see how many experts he can take down. Go. Use your remaining life to shine brightly. Don't waste this trip. Chu Xuan waved Kuan Wu away. Let's see how many people this can blow up. This old man is about to become the first suicide bomber in history. Do you believe it? After leaving Chu Xuan, Kuan Wu rushed towards the heretical king's court, his mind in turmoil. The Chu family is terrifying. I'm doomed. With these things Chu Xuan gave me, I wonder if the sight of them will make any core formation experts piss themselves. Kuan Wu never imagined that, nearing the end of his life, he would be sent to cause chaos in the heretical king's court, the holy land of the southern region's heretical cultivators and their greatest power. No heretical cultivator dared to provoke the heretical king's court. A day later, Kuan Wu arrived at the heretical king's court capital. The palace guards were all at the nascent soul realm. Though they were only at the first or second stage of nascent soul, it demonstrated the heretical king's court's strength. All heretical cultivators who broke through to core formation had to report to the capital and could not leave the heretical king's court territory without orders. This was the rule, and any violator would be killed without exception. The heretical king's court was powerful, but not without enemies, especially after the old heretical king entered seclusion. The heretical king's court had become more reclusive and ceased outward expansion. Halt. The guards at the heretical king's palace gate saw Kuan Wu approaching, hunched over, and immediately shouted. Kuan Wu had made up his mind. He couldn't resist the will controlling him, so he might as well go out with a bang. If he was going to die, he'd make his mark on the history of southern region heretical cultivation, and even the entire southern region's cultivation history. Years later, people would remember a heretical cultivator named Kuan Wu who dared to barge into the heretical king's palace, the holy land of heretical cultivators, inviolable by any heretical cultivator. Today, I, Kuan Wu, will challenge this so-called holy land. What did you say? The guard thought he'd misheard. He was actually going to barge into the heretical king's court. Attack. The guard widened his eyes. Was this guy crazy? Had he cultivated his brain into mush? He hoped he wouldn't end up like this one day. Even fearless madmen wouldn't dare to challenge the heretical king's court. That would be a fate worse than death. Heretical cultivators were notoriously cruel. They knew better than anyone. I challenge you. Kuan Wu straightened his body. Despite his decaying appearance, his nascent soul peak strength was undeniable. Remember, my name is Kuan Wu. Kuan Wu no longer looked like a frail old man. A golden bone knife appeared in his hand, sharp as a honed bone. He looked like a madman. In my final moments, I will shine brightly. I will let all heretical cultivators remember that there was once a heretical cultivator named Kuan Wu who dared to barge into the heretical king's palace. The name of Kuan Wu will forever be etched in the history of the southern region. Even if I die, so what? Kuan Wu attacked. His first strike was a thunderous blow. The guard, only at the first or second stage of nascent soul, didn't believe Kuan Wu would actually dare to attack. Caught off guard, he couldn't defend in time. Kuan Wu charged towards the heretical king's palace, slicing off a corner of the gate with his knife. Powerful auras surged from within the heretical king's palace. As Kuan Wu charged in, several nascent soul 8th stage guards rushed out. A core formation aura also rose, approaching rapidly. From further away, true realm auras stirred. Take him down. A core formation expert arrived, a giant hand reaching out to grab Kuan Wu. Kuan Wu took out a heavenly thunder talisman and activated it. The core formation expert's eyes widened. A flash of golden light. He instinctively tried to intercept the approaching heavenly thunder talisman, sensing immense danger. But it was too late. Thunder rumbled, its power shocking. With a deafening boom, a building collapsed. The core formation heretical cultivator was instantly obliterated by the lightning. Kuan Wu continued deeper into the palace, finally letting out a furious roar. Detonate. He self-destructed within the heretical king's palace. Ha ha ha. I, Kuan Wu, will die a glorious death. Those heretical cultivators who don't dare to challenge the heretical king's palace, what kind of heretical cultivators are they? As a heretical cultivator, one must challenge the holy land of heretical cultivation. Remember, my name is Kuan Wu. The enormous explosion caught the attention of a purple-haired youth. He quickly asked his subordinates, what happened? Reporting to the heretical king, a nascent soul peak heretical cultivator, nearing the end of his lifespan, barged into the palace, killed several core formation guards, and severely injured 2 true realm experts. The subordinate trembled. He then self-destructed within the heretical king's palace. Before dying, he said, remember, my name is Kuan Wu. The purple-haired youth was the current acting heretical king. Within the heretical king's main hall, the acting heretical king's face was livid. The other high-ranking members of the heretical king's court also wore grim expressions. Capture his family and disciples. I want them to suffer a fate worse than death. The acting heretical king roared, but as a lone cultivator with no disciples or family, someone reminded him cautiously. What? That old fool. The acting heretical king felt his authority challenged. He had become the first heretical king to be defied. He felt a loss of face. News of Kuan Wu's raid on the heretical king's palace quickly spread throughout the southern region, reaching every heretical cultivation sect. Among the numerous heretical cultivators, there were always a few lunatics. Imitation was inevitable. The heretical king's court's inviolable status was now challenged, and the current heretical king had been slapped in the face. Some mentally unstable heretical cultivators, seeking fame, would naturally follow suit. The heretical king's court's ironclad rule would be tested. The current heretical king would be further humiliated. When Chu Xuan heard the news, he was stunned. Cold sweat dripped down his face. That old bastard Kuan Wu, is he crazy? He wanted to grab Kuan Wu and yell, I specifically told you to go to the Chu family and capture someone. I specifically told you not to go to the heretical king's court. What went wrong? Why did Kuan Wu suddenly attack the heretical king's court? Did he even go to the Chu family? Did he lose his mind on the way and decide to go to the heretical king's court? Or did something happen at the Chu family? Chu Xuan shivered at the thought. If anyone found out he'd gone to the Xie Wang palace to slap Xie Wang's face instead of dealing with Chu Yunwu at the Chu family as planned, he'd be doomed. Fortunately, only he and Kuan Wu knew of the original scheme. There was no third party. Black Moon Tower shouldn't know, right? Such a confidential matter, with no third party involved, there's no way for it to leak. Wishful thinking, I know. Hopefully. That old fox Kuan Wu didn't leak anything to Black Moon Tower. Otherwise, those vultures would definitely take the information to Xie Wang and try to extort him. Priority 1. Heal. This mess has nothing to do with me. I've never met Kuan Wu. Chu Xuan was determined to keep a low profile. He didn't want to be caught by Xie Wang. That fate would be worse than death. Something isn't right about the Chu family. Why is it involved every time something happens? Hu Quan felt that the Chu family seemed to be hiding some great secret. After the Kuan Wu incident, he didn't dare to target the Chu family anymore. He would lie low and heal, then plot his revenge when he recovered. He wouldn't let the Chu family off the hook. If it weren't for them, he wouldn't be in this state. The Ziyu Kingdom's evil cultists are almost eradicated. All of Xie Wang's court could have been his. If it weren't for the Chu family, Hu Quan gritted his teeth. He could have lived comfortably by making pills, but he chose the path of revenge. Damn the Chu family. A year of confinement, and all I got was fat. A whole bunch of it. Just now, the frustrated Hu Quan took out a small, dark red bead and stared at it for a long time. Hesitation flickered in his eyes. He had found this bead in an ancient ruin when he was still in the profound realm. After years of exploring and studying the ruin, had figured out the bead's function. It contained the power of demonization. Once released, those below the true realm would be demonized. Once demonized, they'd become demon slaves. Demon slaves, belonging to the demon race, the mortal enemies of the human race. Whether one follows the righteous path or the demonic path, they are still inferior to the demon race. A ruthless glint flashed in Hu Quan's eyes as he stared at the demonization bead. He put it away. He wouldn't use it rashly. He would wait until he'd recovered before making plans. Dad, you barely left the house and shook Xie Wang's court, startling all the evil cultivators. You even got a legacy secret realm. Chu Xuan froze. Shook Xie Wang's court and startled all the evil cultivators. That old man, Tun Tun, is quite capable. Let me see, a legacy secret realm can be bestowed without leaving home. Is there another legacy secret realm in Nanju, reserved for the destined? This legacy secret realm doesn't belong to Chu Xuan, completely, but it allows Chu Xuan to bestow it anywhere in Nanju. The person who receives the legacy will become Chu Xuan's disciple. And as long as Chu Xuan wills it, he can instantly sever the disciple's cultivation, or even control them completely. Chu Xuan looked at the ancient jade slip in the system. As long as he had enough legacy secret realms, he could spread his disciples throughout the world without leaving his house. And every disciple would be unable to betray him. Even if they tried, he could reclaim their cultivation at any time. Of course, the inheritors wouldn't know their lives were in Chu Xuan's hands. Those who could enter legacy secret realms were all blessed with great fortune. Aren't these the makings of protagonists? To spread disciples throughout the world without leaving home. The ultimate hidden cultivator. Not bad. If any disciple dares to disrespect me, he'll instantly reclaim their cultivation. I can even reward it to other disciples. Chu Xuan considered the idea of setting up legacy secret realms, but it wasn't the right time. He was too weak. The legacy secret realms he could create now wouldn't be high level, rendering them meaningless. 2 days left until the 1-year mark. Chu Xuan was excited. Nothing should happen in these 2 short days, right? Time passed peacefully. The 1-year mark was approaching. Whether he could break through to the Earth realm in a short time depended on the reward for his year of seclusion. The longer the seclusion, the greater the reward. You have been in seclusion for 1 year. Reward. Years of Xiantian realm cultivation, including cultivation techniques and cultivation base, directly infused. Chu Xuan was ecstatic. Not only did he receive Xiantian cultivation techniques, but also a century's worth of cultivation. He couldn't wait to claim the rewards. As Chu Xuan comprehended the Xiantian cultivation techniques, the century of cultivation was also infused into his body. His cultivation began to surge. Profound realm, peak, Earth realm, first stage. At this moment, it felt as if he'd broken through a barrier. His profound realm body began to transform, as did his spirit. This transformation was even more miraculous than the one from the spirit-gathering realm to the profound realm. The small courtyard remained peaceful and quiet. The seemingly ordinary Chu Xuan was undergoing an earth-shattering transformation, stepping into a whole new realm. Chu Xuan's eyes suddenly opened. A human-shaped spiritual will appeared in his mind. It looked exactly like him. This nascent soul was the fundamental symbol of breaking through to the Earth realm. After condensing the nascent soul, even if the physical body was destroyed, as long as the nascent soul survived, one could be reborn. As his nascent soul solidified, the transformation continued. His physical body continued to refine, and his nascent soul power spread out, communicating with and merging into the world. Centering on the small courtyard, it spread outwards, covering hundreds of meters, then kilometers. The nascent soul power continued to expand, harmonizing with the world, gradually forming a special domain. Chu Xuan experienced the insights of breaking through to the Earth realm. He saw some of the rules of heaven and earth. His comprehension of heaven and earth had taken a leap forward, as if he had touched upon the true essence of the world. It seemed that with a single thought, he could manipulate heaven and earth to his advantage, as if he had constructed a new small world centered around himself. In this small world, everything was under his control. He was the supreme ruler, the ultimate law. With the continuous strengthening of his nascent soul, Chu Xuan could see more and more rules. This vast world, the corner he occupied, seemed to have incomplete rules. He vaguely saw that the rules of Nanju seemed to be broken in several places. Perhaps, this was the true reason why Nanju had no Earth Realm cultivators. Due to the incomplete rules, nascent soul power could not fully integrate with heaven and earth, making it impossible to complete the true final step of breaking through to the Earth Realm. Chu Xuan believed that some people might have condensed their nascent soul, but because they couldn't integrate with the rules, they couldn't construct their own small world. Therefore, they hadn't fully broken through to the Earth Realm, only reaching a half-Earth Realm state. The broken rules of Nanju seemed to be slowly recovering. With the restoration of the rules, perhaps the inheritance of the Earth Realm would allow breakthroughs to the Earth Realm. Chu Xuan was an exception. He wasn't restricted by Nanju's flawed rules. His breakthrough to the Earth Realm was seamless. His nascent soul power integrated not with the rules of Nanju, but with the rules of this vast world, a higher level. The refinement of his nascent soul wasn't over. The small world centered around Chu Xuan continued to expand, encompassing 3 li, 5 li. Gradually, his nascent soul power spread to the Chu family estate. At this moment, the Chu family estate held no secrets from him. With his Earth Realm nascent soul power, the Chu family experts like Chu Tianming were naturally no match for him. Chu Xuan saw several figures in secluded cultivation deep within the Chu family estate, within the earth veins. Their auras were between the harmonization realm and the void realm. Just a hair's breadth away from breaking through to the harmonization realm. Chu Xuan was puzzled. Did the Chu family really have no harmonization realm experts? Was it because of their cultivation techniques that they couldn't break through to the harmonization realm, or was it due to poor talent? Admittedly, some people were indeed limited by their talent. The few elders in secluded cultivation were all stronger than Chu Tianming. They were probably the Chu family's hidden trump cards. His nascent soul power continued to spread. The Chu family estate spanned 12 li, with the main residence at the center, surrounded by guards and stewards. Finally, his nascent soul power covered the entire estate. Chu Xuan's small world now enveloped the entire Chu family. At this moment, he discovered that the layout of the Chu family estate was actually a formation. In times of crisis, the Chu family could use this formation for powerful defense and attack. This was the Chu family's true trump card. Seeing this formation, Chu Xuan realized that the Chu family's patriarch was quite capable. Perhaps he had excavated it from some ancient ruin. Perhaps the Chu family estate itself was built upon an ancient ruin. His nascent soul refinement was nearing completion. The construction of his small world was also reaching its peak. The breakthrough continued. Once the nascent soul refinement was complete, the construction of the small world would be finished. This was the power of the Earth Realm. No matter how many true realm experts there were, within the domain of an Earth Realm expert, they were all ants. A single thought could decide their life or death. The wrath of an Earth Realm expert could destroy millions. At the core of the Chu family estate, several elders were in secluded cultivation. The elders suddenly felt a strange sensation, a loosening in their bottleneck. They were on the verge of a breakthrough. Just a little push, yes, a familiar, exciting feeling. The elders looked inward. They were all breaking through. How could this happen so suddenly? They'd broken through. And the breakthroughs weren't noticeable from the outside. It seemed they could continue staying in the Chu family. This thought had just crossed their minds. When their nascent soul solidified, those elders had actually broken through. Just now, at the core of the Chu family estate, several elders in secluded cultivation suddenly felt a strange sensation, a loosening of their bottleneck. They were on the verge of breaking through. Just a little push. They must have been influenced by his nascent soul power. Those elders were all on the verge of a breakthrough. His nascent soul power, carrying a hint of the rules, had triggered their breakthroughs. Just as the elders broke through, Chu Xuan noticed a treasure activating at the core of the Chu family estate, seemingly absorbing the auras of the newly advanced harmonization realm elders. He was intrigued. He focused his nascent soul power and took a closer look. It was a treasure that transmitted messages. It collected the auras of harmonization realm experts and transmitted them somewhere. Interesting. The Chu family having no harmonization realm experts was probably deliberate suppression. The ones who broke through were sent away. As for the secrets behind this, Chu Xuan, a mere disregarded disciple, naturally couldn't access them, nor did he care. As long as it didn't affect his seclusion, it was fine. Chu Xuan focused his nascent soul power and sealed the treasure's aura-collecting function. You have broken through to the Earth Realm. Reward. Great Luo Heavenly Scripture, Great Luo Divine Art, and Great Luo Immortal Scripture. The reward for breaking through to the Earth Realm was actually the continuation of the Great Luo Heavenly Scripture. Chu Xuan claimed the subsequent parts. Related insights continuously surfaced in his mind. Mastering Chu Xiantian cultivation techniques, Chu Xuan felt his foundation and strength drastically improve. He advanced to the Earth Realm, second stage. The century of cultivation was exhausted. Chu Xuan exhaled and assessed his strength. He was now an Earth Realm cultivator. An Earth Realm cultivator in Nanju. He was currently the only Earth Realm cultivator in Nanju. Unless an Earth Realm or higher cultivator came from outside Nanju. He was fearless here. And even if such a cultivator did come, they wouldn't necessarily come to the Chu family to find him. So, he didn't need to worry about Xie Wang's court anymore. He would kill any evil cultist that came his way. And with his current strength, silently assassinating someone was child's play. No need to worry about Xie Wang anymore. Meow. Tian Linkat jumped onto his shoulder and rubbed its head against his face. Meow. You need to break through quickly too. Tian Linkat was already at the peak of the harmonization realm, 9th stage, about to break through to the true realm. With his aptitude, breaking through to the Earth Realm wouldn't take long. Moreover, as Chu Xuan's cultivation increased, Tian Linkat's growth would also accelerate. The Han Tian Golden Peng also flew over. A branch of Ling Hua extended, a beautiful flower blooming on it. It wouldn't be long before both Han Tian Golden Peng and Tian Linkat reached the Earth Realm. His backing would be even stronger then. Set a small goal. Break through to the Heaven Realm. Chu Xuan reminded himself not to get ahead of himself. Earth Realm, second stage, was nothing. Above the Earth Realm were the Venerable Realm and the Heaven Realm. Only by breaking through to the Heaven Realm could he be considered a true expert. Even in this vast world, the Heaven Realm was considered a powerhouse. He'll break through to the Venerable Realm within 10 years. Chu Xuan set a short-term goal. Having reached the Earth Realm, his cultivation speed wouldn't be as fast as before. Breaking through to the Venerable Realm within 10 years shouldn't be too difficult. With a few more cultivation boosts from the system, he could achieve it quickly, and it's about time to utilize the legacy secret realms. The rules of heaven and earth in Nanju were slowly recovering. Who knows when experts from other states would come to claim territory. Now that a person reborn with the memories of his past life has appeared, it's foreseeable that Nanju won't remain as it is for long, but within 10 years, there shouldn't be any major changes. Breaking through to the Venerable Realm within 10 years is quite reasonable. The Venerable Realm is the refinement of inner Yuan. A venerable is revered as a king, even emperors must show respect. In this world, a Venerable Realm cultivator holds absolute power. Standing in the courtyard, Chu Xuan felt content. Life was comfortable with a strong backing. Looking at the tidy courtyard, Chu Xuan suddenly felt that he lacked servants, or perhaps maids. Beautiful maids to serve him, how blissful. Chu Xuan looked at the legacy secret realm within his system space and had an idea. Should he take it out and place it in the courtyard? Perhaps it would attract some fortunate individuals who could become his disciples. Men could become his disciples, women could become his maids. Chu Xuan was tempted. He couldn't leave the courtyard. He needed people by his side, obedient people to handle tasks for him. Zhong Kuei and Dong Qian were, after all, evil cultivators, not very reliable. Their open appearance could easily attract unwanted attention. Their talent was average, with limited potential. They could only be used as errand boys. Thinking of this, Chu Xuan took out the legacy secret realm. It was a small, ancient pagoda. He didn't activate it yet and simply placed it in a corner of the courtyard. Even without activation, it might attract those with great fortune, right? Chu Xuan looked forward to it. You have been in seclusion for 1 year and 1 day. Reward. Earth Essence Pill X. The next day, Earth Essence pills arrived. These pills could be used for breaking through to the Earth Realm and also for cultivation within the Earth Realm. System-produced pills, guaranteed quality. After breaking through to the Earth Realm, Chu Xuan's days became even more enjoyable. Feeling his strength grow day by day brought him immense satisfaction. Chu Xuan called Zhong Kuei over to inquire about Chu Yun's progress. He didn't expect Chu Yun's pill-making talent to be so exceptional. In such a short time, he had already started refining pills. Although the failure rate was high, considering how little time Head spent learning, and that Head already broken through to the profound realm, 6th stage, mainly through self-study. It was quite impressive. Chu Xuan gave Zhong Kuei several pill recipes, including a more advanced one, to pass on to Chu Yun. He also instructed Zhong Kuei to provide Chu Yun with the necessary medicinal herbs. As the vice sect leader of the evil cultists, resources were plentiful. With sect leader Lu Wang in seclusion, Zhong Kuei effectively controlled the Qin Kingdom's evil cultist sect. After reaching the harmonization realm, his power was even greater. Chu Xuan learned from Zhong Kuei that all evil cultists who reached the harmonization realm had to serve in Xie Wang's court. Without permission, they couldn't leave. Upon hearing this, Chu Xuan directly sealed Zhong Kuei's harmonization realm cultivation. He reversed the demonic sacrificial ritual. As long as Zhong Kuei didn't go to Xie Wang's court, no one would discover his true cultivation. After reaching the Earth realm, Chu Xuan no longer saw Xie Wang's court as a threat. Have you heard of this cultivation technique that fell from the sky? Those who have seen this technique are already dead and gone. And the brothers of those who are gone now boast about their younger brother's experience. Just now, at the entrance of Xie Wang's court, two Void Realm guards were chatting excitedly. A month had passed since Kuan was daring raid on the Xie Wang palace. Despite thorough investigations, no mastermind behind Kuan actions could be found. All evidence pointed to Kuan Wu suddenly losing his mind and deciding to challenge the Xie Wang. The final conclusion was that Kuan Wu, nearing the end of his lifespan and suffering from senility, had sought fame by attacking the Xie Wang. And indeed, Kuan Wu became famous. Not only within the evil cultivator circles, who now knew of this man who dared to challenge the Xie Wang palace considered the holy land of evil cultivators and inviolable, but also other major powers, even throughout the entire cultivation world of the southern Zhu, knew of this man who stormed the Xie Wang palace. At this time, the Han position was not particularly vigilant. Even if someone was walking in front of the evil king's palace, he would still be concerned. After all, it is normal to pass by the palace gate. Ancient magic cultivators would come here to look at the evil cultivators. Currently, the guards were not particularly vigilant. Even if someone passed by the Xie Wang palace, no one paid attention. After all, passing by the gate was quite normal. Cultivators, both orthodox and evil, would often come by to take a look at the evil cultivator Holy Land. An old man with a hunchback walked towards the Xie Wang palace. He glanced at the guards, then looked away, paying them no mind. The old man arrived at the palace gate. Without warning, he struck. Boom boom, the guards were caught completely off guard, unable to even react. Invincible, unstoppable. The old man, after blasting the palace gates, charged into the Xie Wang palace. At the same time, his voice rang out, reaching countless evil cultivators. I am Fan Kai. Today, I will challenge the holy land of evil cultivators and experience the might of the Xie Wang. The evil cultivator disciples panicked. What? This is Fan Kai. I, Fan Kai, am the second evil cultivator to challenge the Xie Wang palace in thousands of years. Death holds no fear for me. Fan Kai charged into the Xie Wang palace. Zhenjing stared. Can the formation withstand it? He too struck. An evil cultivator who doesn't even dare to challenge the Xie Wang palace is no true evil cultivator. I, Ping Ao Bushuan, only admire the courage of brother Kuan Wu. Bursting into laughter, he charged directly at Zhenjing. A powerful cultivator self-destructed, giving the enemy no chance to react. After this news, Xie Wang went crazy. He was, in the Xie Wang palace, the only one who had been attacked again and again. The result, Shi Fan Kai. Later, more came to challenge the Xie Wang palace. 3 old men from the Ghost Mountain sect, notorious evil cultivators. Hong Xiong Shisu, Wo Gui Sen Yu. Today, we, the Ghost Mountain 3 evils, also challenge the Xie Wang palace. Death holds no fear for us. They say the Xie Wang palace is inviolable and the holy land of evil cultivators. The overlord of evil cultivators. Today, we, the Ghost Mountain 3 evils, have come. The evil cultivator disciples were stunned. Even the Ghost Mountain 3 evils have come to challenge the Xie Wang palace. Do they not value their lives? Don't you know? The Ghost Mountain 3 evils are nearing the end of their lifespans. They are all at the peak of the profound realm, a true force to be reckoned with. Ghost Mountain 3 evils, you are presumptuous. The guards of the Xie Wang palace were enraged, each one coming out to challenge them. It seemed the guards of the Xie Wang palace had all lost their minds. Clang! Boom boom, the Ghost Mountain 3 evils directly self-destructed. The head guard was caught off guard and directly obliterated by the Ghost Mountain 3 evils' self-destruction. He was dumbfounded. They had self-destructed upon arrival. Half a month later, more evil cultivators came to challenge the Xie Wang palace. Challenging the Xie Wang palace became a trend amongst evil cultivators. It seemed that if one hadn't challenged the Xie Wang palace, one was ashamed to call oneself an evil cultivator. At first, it was only evil cultivators nearing the end of their lifespan. Later, even young, hot-blooded evil cultivators came to challenge. The prestige of the Xie Wang Palace plummeted. Do they think the Xie Wang Palace is a place they can come and go as they please? Xie Wang's eyes flashed with two adorable little sparks. Although none of the challengers survived, all embracing death, somehow, having a friend who challenged the Xie Wang Palace became a source of pride. You know who my friend is? He'll tell you. The one who challenged the Xie Wang Palace, Meng, is my senior brother. Somehow, within evil cultivator circles, having a friend who had challenged the Xie Wang Palace became a bragging right. Some even sent their friends to challenge. This day, another person, Xiao Zhong, headed towards the Xie Wang Palace. A crowd of onlookers gathered around to watch the excitement. My name is... Before he could finish introducing himself, a furious roar erupted from the depths of the Xie Wang Palace. A giant, blood-red hand emerged and crushed him instantly. The blood-red hand continued to sweep through the crowd, targeting those who appeared old and frail, seemingly close to death. Boom boom boom, in the blink of an eye, over a dozen people were crushed by the blood-red hand. The onlookers panicked and scattered. Blood King is furious. Indeed. The blood-red hand continued to strike down evil cultivators. Xie Wang was practically exploding with rage. One after another, they came to provoke him, turning him into the least imposing Xie Wang in history. In his fury, he personally took action. They thought that Xie Wang's personal intervention would deter the evil cultivators, but there were still fearless individuals who came to challenge the Xie Wang Palace. Don't you know? The one slapped to death by Xie Wang himself. That was my brother. Oh really? Since he's your brother? Gradually, within the evil cultivator circles, having a friend slapped to death by the Xie Wang himself became the greatest bragging right, true symbol of status. Xie Wang couldn't understand this trend. He began to suspect that a new evil cultivation technique was causing practitioners to lose their minds. Otherwise, why would so many people act this way? Hunmu, Xie Wang Yaya. The root of all this was the little evil cultivator camp called Hunmu. Look closely, this large cat is stealthily approaching the man. The next second, the man suddenly knelt down. Father, I am your son. He kowtowed to the large cat. We learned the man's name was Ma Kong. At this moment, Chu Xuan had been placing the Kigathering formation in the courtyard for nearly 2 months, yet he hadn't detected any significant chi fluctuations. He wondered if the southern Jew lacked individuals with great destiny or if those with great destiny were simply too far away, requiring a long time for their influence to reach him. You have inadvertently created a trend within the evil cultivator community without leaving your home. Reward. Heavenly Mirror Points. Chu Xuan was stunned by the system notification. A single action of his had caused a stir in the evil cultivator world. What trend had he caused? Did he set off fireworks during the new year? This matter must be related to Kuan Wu, but he didn't know what Kuan Wu had specifically done to cause such a commotion. This is the drawback of lacking intelligence. Such a major event occurred in the southern Jew, and I'm completely unaware. I need to find a way to establish the Black Moon Tower. Check the Myriad Heavens Mirror. The Myriad Heavens Mirror can randomly connect to the Myriad Realms and transmit messages. Chu Xuan was pleasantly surprised. He could randomly connect to various realms and even transmit messages. However, he couldn't transmit living beings yet. He needed to reach the Heaven Realm to gain that ability. Besides randomly connecting to realms, the Myriad Heavens Mirror could be used 3 times a day to locate 3 places or people. After locating a target, he could observe them at any time. The mirror's mark would follow the target's movement. Chu Xuan eagerly activated the Myriad Heavens Mirror. As he infused it with spiritual energy, ripples appeared on the mirror's surface. Then, a scene appeared. Lofty mountains, dense forests, and fierce beasts. He didn't know where he had connected to. As the image shifted, he saw a figure. He locked onto the figure's location and zoomed in. Ma Kong was lying on the ground, gasping for breath, seemingly heavily injured. Ma Kong. How are you? A young man in black, also heavily injured, knelt down to examine Ma Kong's wounds. They seemed to have just experienced a fierce battle. Suddenly, a flash of light. A knife pierced the black-clad youth's chest. The young man's eyes widened in disbelief as he looked at Ma Kong. Why? He couldn't understand why his companion would attack him. He tried to retaliate, but his spiritual energy was almost completely depleted from the previous battle. Ma Kong's knife had dealt a fatal blow. Darkness descended as his consciousness faded. Why? Ma Kong's expression was grim. Of course, for the treasure. I'm sorry, brother. You are more talented than me, but I can't. The knife twisted, ending the young man's life. Ma Kong took the young man's storage pouch and opened it. He examined its contents. Good. A sinister laugh echoed. Ma Kong's face changed drastically. Not good. It's the Skyblaze Tiger. He jumped to his feet and ran. As he fled, a giant, black-striped tiger appeared behind him. Ma Kong's face was ashen, filled with despair. He was only at the 9th level of the Profound Realm. That was a Skyblaze Tiger. Its cultivation was at least at the 7th level of the Spirit Realm. Chu Xuan saw a halo of divine light flickering in the void. Within the halo, he saw a wooden fish emitting divine radiance. This man is saved. Chu Xuan muttered. Ma Kong had unexpectedly encountered a betrayal and was now being hunted. Chu Xuan activated the divine light. Don't panic. I'll teach you a method to easily overcome this Skyblaze Tiger. Ma Kong was overjoyed. Thank you, Senior. Please teach me quickly. The owner of the wooden fish, whose face was obscured by the divine light, spoke with the demeanor of a transcendent expert. After the tiger attacks, quickly stab its parents in the crotch. Remember, aim for the crotch. Its parents will surely be weak then. Ma Kong was taken aback. He looked back at the approaching Skyblaze Tiger. Senior, will this really work? Don't worry, it will work. It won't expect you to attack its parents. As the saying goes, strike first, gain the upper hand. I will watch over you, go now. Ma Kong calmed down slightly. Thank you, Senior, for your guidance. He gripped his knife and turned to face the Skyblaze Tiger, his eyes filled with determination. Sarah's side story. The Skyblaze Tiger saw Ma Kong stop and turn towards it. Enraged by this defiance, it pounced. Ma Kong's heart pounded. His grip on the knife trembled, and his legs began to shake. Stay calm. Don't panic. Senior is watching. This is your chance. Don't disappoint him. He steadied himself. As the tiger closed in, he suddenly slid forward, aiming his knife upwards. He slid past the tiger and slashed upwards. A claw struck his body, sending him flying backwards. He heard the sound of bones breaking, felt a searing pain. And his vision blurred. He coughed up blood and collapsed. Thud. Ma Kong landed heavily on the ground, coughing up more blood. He struggled to sit up, watching as the Skyblaze Tiger approached. His face paled. Senior. Save me. He cried out in his heart.